All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave your unity. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by our enlightenment. Biafra, shining forever.
All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra, Mazi.
Thank you, Mazi George. And thank you, Biafrans, for coming here today. I hope my voice is coming out clear.
Loud and clear, Mazi.
Good. We are here again, as usual, to do justice to some things we are facing now. Please, as you come in, share. We want you to share this broadcast. Share it, please. It is very important. Very, very important. Tonight, we are going to deal with some issues, concerning what is going on. We want everybody. We welcome you to this broadcast tonight. Tonight, we are going to deal with some couple of issues that people have been, they are a bit confused, or they are a bit agitated, or they did not understand what is really playing out. We heard from our members of directorate yesterday. They came online and trying to educate us, to tell us, to clear some air about some issues that people have been using to make mockery of themselves. In IPOB, we are one family. When we have issues in IPOB, there is a way we settle it. Even if we come to the public to talk about it, it doesn't mean that we are fighting each other. We are not fighting each other. We are family. In every family, some of us, sometimes we might be naughty. Our senior brothers or sisters and family members and parents, they will want to admonish us. They will want to correct us. But sometimes it looks as if when we are being corrected, whether privately or publicly, some of us might pick offense or think in a different fashion. Here in IPOB, when we say IPOB, one family, we know what we are talking about. It doesn't matter what the enemy might think. It doesn't matter what our detractors might think. The bottom line is that we have been able to, set the record straight. And the record we have decided to set straight is about our HOD yesterday broadcast. Because during that broadcast, personally, I had people calling while the broadcast was on. They were a bit agitated. They were a bit, some were angry. Some said our European rep, the way he answered the question that was thrown at him about our brother Kanu. What we are here to do tonight is to clear some of those things and set the record straight. We are not quarreling. Kanu is not enemy to DOS. Kanu is not enemy to Mazi Abanyim. Abanyim is not enemy to Mazi to Kanu. Abanyim is not enemy to IPOB. We are one family. We are what? One family. Indivisible, one family. That's why when enemies arose here and there, what do? We as a family, we speak with one voice. We do whatever we need to do in order to make sure we defeat that enemy. That's why when our leader said that IPOB is indestructible, he knows what he's talking about. Indestructible in the sense that no matter whatever that is thrown at us, we will absorb it, we will deal with it, and we will do what? Move forward. Tonight, I have in the studio from London, Mazi George Ume. Is a gatekeeper, one of the strongest gatekeepers we have in IPOB here in UK. Some of you've been calling me, texting, please bring Mazi George. We want to ask questions. We want him to clarify, some issues. Mazi, please come online, try to educate us, try to shed more light, in the issues at the moment. We have no problem. We have no issue. We have no, quarrel in IPOB. I want to use the opportunity to introduce our brother, Mazi George. Mazi George, please introduce yourself to Biafrans.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, fellow Biafrans, depending on your time zone. My name is George. My name is George Ume, and I hail from Nnewi South in Biafra land, and I serve as the zonal coordinator here in North London. And I just want to thank every one of you for joining us today, Mazi. Thank you for bringing me in.
Thank you, Mazi George. Thank you, Mazi. I wanted to do something from this side. I wanted to aid this on the other of our platform, the Chalugo platform, because we need to get this message across to our people. So, Mazi George, I don't know if from your side, if there is anything, I want us to get in Achalugo on the Achalugo TV.
You can because already we have 3. We cannot get that unless we it's only 3 that is allowed. So we are streaming on on 3 Facebook Live now.
Okay.
You can share it.
Okay.
You can share it on her Facebook, on her page. Just share this on her page. That would do. Use your Facebook. Go on Facebook and share it with her on her page directly.
Okay. So I want you to. There is a clip I want to play. Somebody sent me this clip. I think was it yesterday about the last broadcast. I just want us to start building, the discussion tonight. Somebody sent me this clip, and then he said we should try and discuss about it, because some of our viewers, they try to ask some questions when they go out there and see people lying and trying to deceive our people. They will take a clip and come back and say, please, Mazi, what do you say about this? What do you say about that? Then I will take time to explain to some of our people. And then after explanation, some of them will say, please bring it online and try to discuss it. We want to call in, we want to, contribute and then listen from you people. Now, I want to play this. I should have brought it up, but I wasn't able to do that in the afternoon. I was a bit busy with some things, So let's start from here.
As I said it, and of course, more are still coming.
I may not have opportunity anymore to take, I don't know if I can take opinion of people or questions or comment. And I would like to have people who never commented on this program before. I want to have completely new persons, new people to come here. And then, of course, and those who they have sacked because of Cyber. If you know you are watching and they have sacked you somewhere, we need to also have you, because we need to start some kind of a program. And then, of course, also some kind of Zoom meeting with those who who are being displayed by the criminals, because they are not going to last long. So it is going to take a while. And okay, so I'm going to.
So what you had here is let me play another one.
His own is going to be the worst because he will commit suicide. My own will commit suicide. Within our platform, if you want to. Not even our radio, not even our TV, no social media, not even YouTube. We don't collect nothing from them because Ipob sponsor all of them. So for him to come and tell you, because he's not telling us, we already know that he's an agent. They say I am agent. I want to debate. No, nobody wants to debate you because he pays money, but want to debate you to know. Because I will tell you categorically that Simon Ekpan never believed in Biafra. He never believed in Biafra. Never, ever, ever. A man that stood against our people in Nuremberg that fight Ipob, he made a comment that if he has gone, he would have shot those men there. Will you hear that? These are people who took oath. He said, I made a comment in Nuremberg that if I had a gun, I will shoot the people there. And this is a man who wants to live to see Biafra. Now ask him now, can he bring a video where I said if I had a gun, I will shoot the people in Nuremberg? This is how the DOS, these criminals, sponsor them to go and slander people's name. People who took oath. And when you talk now, when you see him now, and he's in London, he said he has family. He will come and just be lying against somebody. He think that he can live and make Biafra with lie. He can't. When you catch him, as we get him now with this lie now, he will look for another lie to cover it up. How long are you going to be lying to people? Bring objective, come with content, and teach people on social media. Let people watch you. How come I say someone else say he's going to shoot? I have never said anything like that.
Mazi.
One moment.
I want to stop this video. You heard what this guy was ranting? Because the reason why we come to do this, is always to set the record straight with our people. This same guy, there will be another clip I will also play as we go on. A lady also came to that platform and was talking, things that even the lady, I've never met her in my life. I say, I've never met the lady in my life. Even her picture or even having a phone call, what do you call it? A Zoom call or video call with such a lady. Because this Biafran agitation, some of us, we try to, join the Biafran agitation with our pure heart. When people ask you question, that question they ask you, you reply them based on the fact and the truth, But some of them, because the same people will go to this boys' platform and they will tell you they are members of Ipob. And now, what struck me, in one of the videos was the lady was talking about me as if she has met me before. I was even shocked. Somebody I've never met in my life, just on Facebook. Like now, somebody is typing something now. I see Pastor Melody or Prince Ibe or Chuku the Samuel type, oh hey Biafra. I just type, you know, we just type something. And then somebody is coming on Facebook, on this boy's platform, talking about me. Even yesterday, somebody called me from London when I was telling the person, I said, I wanted to come online. And what I wanted to come to do, because that lady, I heard that, you know, I had the voice of kids behind her back, that I wanted to come out and bring of my forefathers and tell that woman or whoever she was that came to lie on, because she completed by saying that she shared something of Simon Ekpa on a platform, you know, of her group, IPOB group. And then the coordinator told her to remove it. That if she shares such a thing again, the coordinator is going to expel her. And this boy was telling her, oh, don't worry. Once they sack you, come here. I am here for you people. And they are telling you they are on the right track. She was telling this boy, oh, go on, Mazi. We have to sanitize the house. We have to sanitize the house. DOS are criminal. All those people, even that man in London, that he had his ex-wife, he says something, and she went and find out what the man said was lies. You know, I was just shocked. Somebody I've never in my life met. Somebody, you can go to my Facebook. My Facebook is my real name. I'm not hiding my face. So Mazi, please, based on this thing that I played now, what do you want to say? Then we can start, you know, opening line and opening this thing for Biafrans to call in.
Mazi, thank you very much. Our program today, we have a couple of things to touch in before we start allowing people to call. It's quite unfortunate that the magic and the deluded monk in Finland actually responded, but he didn't respond on a true and open challenge to him. I want him in a debate. And let me say this, and I reiterate, somebody can cut out this and go and tell her and give it to him. DOS does not sponsor any IPOB media warrior or the gatekeepers of IPOB, because all of us are under oath. That is why it's more dangerous to you to fight a volunteer force. Every single one of us are independent and volunteer and under oath, for your information. Mazi and I go Simon. You know, because what transpired in Nuremberg in 2019, those that were on the scene, there was no video to prove what we are saying, but there's people that were there. It's not something that happened in Eskimo. It's happened 2019. People that were there, and people heard what he said. And even the first time he came on air, he started attacking our leader, because he gone on from pillar to pole, or even he went out ahead to try to bring everything you can. And he did a promise to Ekoromade that you are going to avenge whatever that happened to him in Nuremberg. So this is not here or hearsay or if but, and you want to sponsor me. Go and sponsor people in your village first before you think about people to sponsor. If that money that I've given you, the blood money, the part of the 100 million naira that you are part of people that share the money to rendition our leader, I don't need that kind of money. I contribute my own quota in IPOB. You said it with your own mouth. And you said it with your own mouth that you bribed Professor Lumumba of Kenya to appear on your program. But at the end of the day, the professor, as wise as he is, still turned you down because you know you're a scumbag. Maz, I don't want to dwell into this scumbag. And one thing you must understand is this. We have renegades on 2015. So those renegades and 2022 renegades will join their hands together. Don't forget that we had Radio Biafra International in 2015, 2016, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 2016 they fronted that radio. That was the first problem we have here in United Kingdom. And where are they today? They're in the history of those beings. So they are inconsequential, including Simon Ezenago. Simon, if you are a man enough and you think you are too knowledgeable on what things about Biafra, you're just a scavenger. And for those people that feel with emotions and sentiment, is not an IPOB, you're not an IPOB member. And let me say this, I said this today. No IPOB coordinator should allow any IPOB family forum to share anything that has to go against our leadership or anything about Simon Ekpa, because Simon is not an IPOB member. It is irrelevant in what we are doing. He has never served as a member, not alone to be a zonal coordinator. So he's inconsequential so far as I know. So let's not give him more relevant, because as you can see, he's a drowning man. Anything you say against him, but he forgot he's the one started all these things. You can't sustain what he started. Now the heat is on, and we'll just get you warmed up. And now you're giggling. Accusing the US. Before you started talking, it was about the US. You never thought about what is after you, that you're messing with monster. IPOB is a monster, if you don't know. So let them cut out this particular part again and say, and I just said my name in the beginning of the program. I will repeat my name in case if you don't know. My name is George Ume. I am a North London coordinator. So don't misquote anything I have said. What I have said here is that you started all this whole thing. So now you're picking up the crumbs from the renegade or those that are filled with emotion and sentiment. We passed that level already. IPOB is a moving train. As people are getting off the train, other people are going to join. So IPOB is about voluntary. We never force anybody or beg anybody to join. What we are doing is divine mandate from heaven. And we are stood, and IPOB is not going anywhere. Only have said it. It will take you 60 years to get close and 150 to destroy IPOB. So, you know, is a mission impossible. So I will stop here about this. And Mazi, and you know, you played the first voice of, you know, you talked about Abba and him response yesterday on Radio Biafra. So I wanted clarity to Biafrans. What happened yesterday, that's the internal affair. And but importantly, Mazi pointed out something, and with a clarity. If you listen to our hosts on Radio Biafra, which is Mazi Jonathan, you know, a hardcore, he brought up that to clarify something. Just like people, you see somebody defending himself, his own comfort zone. He's some people that are going to now exposing what IPOB has said and what IPOB hasn't said. Anything IPOB leadership say is what they sat down now to do expose on. So the importance of that response was to clarify that Kanu is not in charge of the US. And I think we'll leave it like that. That is an internal issue that's going to be resolved. Yeah, Mazi. We leave that way. And IPOB leadership is doing well, if you ask me. You know, so it's not easy, because those that wear the crown, who wears should know where he pinches him. His leadership is not something you think, is not a wishful thinking. It takes a lot of heat to get it right. So we almost give support to our leadership, right? And also, some people were asking question. Why do we, even Jonathan was saying it yesterday, why do we do everything about finance publicly? It's because of things that happened in the past. Lengthily, he said something about it yesterday. Even China Samoru, you know, commented on it about things that happened in past. When we've had our first transmitter, people were, just like Onyendu said, he said there's nothing like us. And after we have gone, there will be nothing like us. And people will wish we never gone in the first place. So we do things in the open, but not everything. Those that consumable for our people, we have to let them know. Because our people said, so whenever you pick up anything, you pick up, you know, what is it called? Let me leave it that way. And one thing again, I want to comment before now, Mazi, if you want to put up the link and people to come in, but I just want to touch things before people start asking their question. Then I could leave it here now until you put up the link if people want to join us.
People are calling. I've put up the link so people can come in. I put up the link here. So it's on the Listen,
people,
what I want to say about that yesterday broadcast, because I made a call. You know, what people don't know, clarification is not our European rep. Some of you, of our people might think, okay, he went overboard, having, used a harsh word towards our brother, Kanunta. No, you people shouldn't look at it like that, because yes, his voice was harsh, okay, we understand. But what he was trying to do was to tell Biafrans to discredit what these autopiloters. Remember, autopiloters, they were all over the whole place accusing Kanunta of taking over, the Lego team, that he is the head of the Lego team, he is the head of DOS, he is the one telling DOS what to do. So you can understand the reason why our brother, our European rep, made the comments he made. He wasn't disparaging our brother Kanunta. He wasn't, attacking Kanunta. He was just trying to clarify that, to set the record straight. So let the family is intact. Kanunta is intact. Our European rep is intact. IPOB is intact. So it's not that there is a quarreling or there is any issue. In family, we can even fight, point a finger on each of us, and then at the end of it, what do? We settle, because we are a family. At the end of it, what did Abanyim said? He said, I don't hate Kanunta. He's my brother, he's my comrade. It's just I'm trying to reply, because his name was mentioned publicly. So that is what it's all about. We are not quarreling, we are not fighting, and we are one family. IPOB is one family, and one family IPOB. So let all the people who we are calling and telling me about, listen, the way he speak, this and that, autopiloters are going to use it and make their talking point. Yes, let them use it and make talking point. Who cares? Let them use it and make what? Talking point. Let them use it, because it's crumbs. Mazi Abanyim dropped some crumbs for them, to use, and then have the talking point. Because what the idea is to entertainment. Whatever that comes out, they will pick it, and then be talking on it. That's how they are going to bring out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's how they are going to, take over the leadership. DOS, they are not getting it well, so they should, get out of the way. So that them that think they are doing it well, they should come in and take over. And when you ask them who is going to come in and take over, they will tell you, oh, they don't know. It's Biafrans. So is that a life? That's the people that are going to give you Biafra. That is the people that are going to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So Mazi, I think you highlighted something on the Facebook. You say, hey, listen, you that has not upgraded your understanding from where you were in 2021. If you think changing your profile picture make you obedient, stroke lover of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then you are lower than animal. Apply wisdom in whatever you do, especially those in Biafra land. May wisdom speak to you. I am Ume Ujofo Nia.
Mazi, you see this network, you see this guy, yeah? And the reason why I put up this on the screen is these are the people that are accusing DOS not getting it right. You could see his picture there. He could not change. And now this is the advice that is giving people, our people, now indirectly to disobey the order that has given by DOS, and IPOB changing of our dip, which is our profile picture. Even China Samuel talked about it yesterday. Is an instruction from the highest commander of this struggle. We started doing this from 2015, not today. All these people that join IPOB or claiming that the IPOB from a distance, they are more dangerous than our real enemy. All these are moles, you know, but we're here to expose them. And there's another one again, one of our sister responded to this particular post, which I'm not going to put it on screen, but I want Biafrans to think deep. Only question I have for this as a Patrick, call himself Lem Ume Ojofonea or whatever his name is. My brother, I always tell you you're delusional and you have no place in IPOB. You cannot manipulate anybody in IPOB. We are the children of light. Our name, before you mention one or two, our name, Chukwuemeka, even my new name is Chukwuemeka, is Chukwu. Chikodi, Chidimma, we have praised God. We don't need your illusions. If you know or God showed you things, I want you to tell me the date Biafra will come so that all of us will go to sleep. And you guys stop making mockery of yourselves. I just want to show this mask because I said it before, but probably it didn't catch it up. But as we go on, we will bring in stops on the stream if we need to be to do that. Like you said, the link is there for people to join us. I can see the Biafran Times London under IPOB as well on the stream Facebook. So yeah. So I just wanted to touch into this, and I'm appealing to every Biafra to change your profile. That's a protest. It's a massive protest, and you have used a lot of positive, you know, for IPOB over the years, and that's how our struggle has been. That's what been our modus operandi. So anybody telling you otherwise, if people cannot change their profile picture, so what else can you do to release our leader? And they're on their own comfort zone, giving us prophecies that never exist. So Mazi, that's why I brought this up here to us to actually see, because it is not easy, but we have to start exposing these individuals that are hiding under, because what they do is they want to generate their followers with IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the next thing they do now, they start maligning what we do, you know. And there, well, I think our brother Mazi Patrick just joined us.
Yes.
So, Mazi Patrick, you're welcome. There, my brother.
Yeah, good evening.
Welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
Program. Yes.
Yes, good evening.
Yes.
Mazi, good evening. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
There, well.
Yes, you guys are doing wonderfully well, and you need a lot of encouragement. It is worth the while, to be frank with you. As a matter of fact, I spoke with Mazi today to deliberate on very important issues, and it gave me a great pleasure to have also identified with him. And I hope by tomorrow we'll be hosting him also on BTV and other platforms. And we might not be hosting Mazi because you are too harsh. You know, so you are too rugged.
He's
I love it that way. I want you to love me secretly.
Yes. You know, for you to be able to clear the pathway, you need a rugged machine, and that is what you are doing.
You know why Chidas Awohoru, you know, it looks as if sometimes, you know, Chidas Awohoru, when he comes out, they don't know that man. They keep provoking him, you know, with all sorts of nonsense allegations.
Yeah, no, the thing there is that a lot of people do not know Mazi Chinasa Nworo. You know, if you know him, you will know that Mazi Chinasa Nworo is one of the best brains in IPOB. And I have been privileged to, you know, have discussions with him. In fact, to sit on a meeting, and his intelligence is beyond understanding. He's somebody that, you know, you don't know what you have until you lose it.
No.
And if there is a pillar that is holding IPOB today, he's one of those pillars. But, you know, most of the time, it is history that remembers people for who they are. And most of the things we are doing today is not going to be appreciated today. But I can tell you that when the time comes, Mazi Chinas Saworu will be one of the people that will be appreciated at the right time. At the right time. Because he's somebody who he has proven to be somebody that you can need, somebody that is very reliable, and that is why our leader gave him a vital job, a very, very sensitive job, and he's handling it very, very well. I want to say thank you for bringing me in. I saw what you guys were doing at the beginning. You raised some important topics, and I managed to bump into that discussion when you, Mazi, was a topic.
Yeah.
When somebody was saying that you are going to commit suicide and all that. And when I came across that, I wanted to call you to have some discussion with you in that regard, but time for me wasn't enough. I didn't have enough time to call you. Well, I'm surprised you're even bringing that clip. You just played it. And the lady that was saying that thing, I know her. She used to be part of people calling into our program when their heads were still, you know, intact.
Yeah.
And yes, unfortunately, these are people who call into your program to say thank you for the good work that you are doing. They go and make some, eat egusi soup, and they go to sleep.
Yeah.
They have no contribution. The only contribution is to thank people for the good work they are doing. That is the only contribution they are making in IPOB.
That's all.
They call you, they say thank you for the good work you are doing. Thank you. Every time they call you, they have no contribution. Every time they call you, they have nothing to offer. The only thing they offer is thank you for the good work they are doing.
Yeah.
And they jump from one platform to the other, thanking people for the good work people are doing. And today they have jumped into pit hole.
And they are
that somebody called me from one African country today, and he happens to be a coordinator. He told me that he has restricted IPOB members in his unit not to post contrary views on their platform, but that he doesn't know what led him to go and listen to a contrary view today. And he came out confused than ever before, that he has to call my WhatsApp to ask me, Mazi, I'm confused, help me. I said, what happened? He said he went to listen to, he just don't know what pushed him to go and listen to Ekperima in question. And that after listening to Ekperima, he got confused. That is why he's calling me. And I said, so what do you want me to do for you? He said, you just need an encouragement. And I said, but why are you jumping from platform to platform? He said, a devil push up.
At least he's sincere. At least he's sincere.
Yes. What I'm telling you, he is a comrade. I'm on oath in IPOB. I'm not making it up. It is the reality. And I told him, you and Ekperima, who is supposed to educate each other on the issue of Biafra, as a coordinator. Because I'm driving somewhere. I'm driving somewhere in this discussion. You, as a coordinator of a zone, who is supposed to educate Ekperima on the issue of Biafra. Probably he must have been in IPOB since 2015, 13. Or even he must have even started with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But because people have failed to develop themselves, people have failed to invest in themselves, people have failed to learn new skills, And that is why you see them jumping from place to place, seeking for information where there are no information. That some of them go into listening to every garbage on Facebook and they come back confused, deceived, and some of them even expelled. And many people think that we are here in IPOB based on PDP, APC, jumping from one party to another.
Yeah.
Bringing Nigerian political mentality into IPOB. IPOB is not APC, PDP. In IPOB, we all stay together, we all bond together. Whatever goes wrong, we all take the responsibility together. Where we fail, we all fail together.
Yeah.
Where we have to make corrections, we all stick together to make those corrections. But many people who think that IPOB is PDP and APC, you see them jump from one party to another, losing direction. And that is why you see some coordinators are being suspended today, because they doesn't even understand the principle that guides IPOB. You know, so but our duty is to continue to encourage people to remain steadfast. Our leader have already set down, laid down the rules for us. When our leaders say follow this person, follow that person, he didn't tell you to follow them even when they have derailed. You are supposed to now use your head to understand when people have derailed. And remove yourself from that derailment. That our leaders say follow somebody doesn't mean you have to follow the person, even when that person have derailed and is now have become an antichrist. I saw what our brother Ume was saying as we got to 2019 when the issue of Ekweremadu erupted. It is the same 2019 after the Ekweremadu issue that this person in question, this experiment in question, joined the broadcasting on Facebook, because I wouldn't say he joined IPOB, because he never joined IPOB. And let's not forget, when you talked about him threatening to shoot our people, according to information that is emerging now, let us not also forget that in his own words, that he has also threatened to arrest our people in events where they bring Biafra flag or they mention the issue. He has said it over and over again that he was even threatening to arrest our people anytime they were raising the issue of Biafra in the same country. Now, what have changed in him? This somebody who hated Biafra so much.
Yeah.
What have changed in him that he's now become a lover of Biafra and a disciple? Now, it is very easy for people to connect the dot, because there is no way your love, you know, Mazi, when you pretend to love something, when you pretend to love something, when your love is in pretense, it is a question of time when your true color will show that you've been pretending all the while.
Yeah.
Because when you truly love something, nothing, no matter how bad that thing has become, no matter how bad, you know, your relationship with your friend, your brother, your wife, whoever has become, that love can never depart. When there is a true, I mean, I know what I'm saying. I personally have also faced challenges in this struggle, in this same IPOB. You understand what I'm saying? I personally have fought battles where people even use my name to gallivant and say all sorts of things, abuse me. They didn't believe in me. They say so many things against me. But what kept me going is my love for this struggle, because I didn't just join IPOB or Biafra struggle because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came preaching. No! That Biafra had been in me even before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came. The thinking, the loss of that war in between 1967 to 70, the loss, I've always felt that pain of that loss of Biafra war. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave a reactivation, gave a platform for me to now demonstrate that love in the open and make a contribution. So I didn't join IPOB, I didn't go into Biafra struggle simply because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came preaching. No! The bond have always been in me. So when you see people who join as a result of them hearing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is also easy for them to drop hearing another voice.
Yeah.
When you see people who join IPOB because they love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is easy for them to also switch that love to somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
When the hooks are down, when you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you love Biafra, it is a different ball game entirely.
Yes. Yes.
And no matter what happens, no matter how you are insulted, no matter how you are, no matter what happens, you will always hold on that love that you have for them. You will never do anything to sabotage or do anything to, give enemies opportunity if really you are genuine. And unfortunately, there are people who happen to hold high positions in IPOB who do not have this level of grinding when it comes to understanding what their duty and their responsibilities are. They do not have that bond. And that is why you see some coordinators today don't even know where they stand when it comes to the issue of Biafra and IPOB. Yeah. You see them jump from one place to another, seeking for stories. They feel that the Biafra agitation is all about entertainment and gossip and all that. No, it's beyond that. Your love for Biafra is shown in the toughest of times.
Yeah.
Not when the going is smooth. Your love for Biafra is demonstrated even when you are being disparaged, when you are being called names, when you are being abused, when you are even accused. And that is why you see the likes of Chinasa Worusi standing. Because their love for Biafra is inbuilt in them. That even when they call them names and abuse them, they don't even mind. Because the love is what is still keeping them. And that is why when people face little confrontation or little trial in the struggle, you see them fall apart. Like Waboda, I don't know, because from the beginning he was never there. He came for a revenge. Yeah. And what he is doing today is exactly his aim of joining the battle. He didn't join because he has come to preach. What you will see him doing today is the original motive. What you see happening today is the original purpose. All this while was trying to get to this point to start manifesting. Mazi, I don't know if I'm communicating.
You are perfectly communicating.
100%.
What you see happening today is the original purpose of them joining. Yeah. The original purpose is exactly what you are seeing in manifestation today. And I believe that it takes an inner eye to see beyond the physical.
Yeah.
It takes the discerning spirit. And that is why Mazi said it. Don't let the devil enter, because Mazi knew. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw him. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he was too good to be true.
Yeah.
He was too good to be true. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew. There is something that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw and sent out that message that said, don't let the devil enter you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew that he was already eating with the devil, because there is a difference. The difference is when you eat with the devil and when you now finally allow the devil to enter you. So even when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was telling him, don't let the devil enter you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew that he was eating with the devil. He just only told him, I know you're eating with the devil, but don't let it enter you. So even from the beginning, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew that this person was never genuine. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu called some of our names on the media and say, follow this one. He never said, Mazi Patrick, he came, don't let the devil enter you.
Thank you.
So his message was not, the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not a general statement. The message was specific. And there is a post I put out today. I said, Barrister Joffer, when you go, the next time you go to see our Mazi, tell him that his prophecies have been fulfilled. Tell him that that prophecy have been fulfilled. That finally the devil has entered him. But we are here casting and binding that devil. He shouldn't lose sleep over it. And I would like the barrister to tell our leader, don't lose sleep over it. Because we are here with the right anointing to deal with the devil. Now, I put up a question to our European representative on Radio Biafra yesterday. And I asked him a very specific question. What are you doing to flush the autopiloters down the drain? The satisfaction I get from the response was incomplete. And I'm still insisting that something has to be done for the autopiloters to be flushed down the drain in 2022. And that is a job and the responsibility of the European representative. I'm not going to talk about America. I'm not going to talk about other continents. I'm going to talk about Europe, where I live. So I don't meddle with other people's, other people's responsibility. I want to limit it to my own environment. And I believe, and I will continue to shout at the top of my voice, that action is needed right now. The European representative must come out from his cocoons. He must stop shying away from the responsibility before him. He must clean the house and make everywhere pure, so that we'll be able to move forward. If at this point in time, people have, if at this point in time, people are still waiting for us to come and educate them, after all these years that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has invested in educating us, and people are still waiting for more education, then I think it is not worth it. It's completely unacceptable. This is not time to educate anybody. This is a time to clean the house. Anybody who doesn't believe in command and control, anybody who doesn't believe in IPOB leadership, anybody who doesn't believe in what we are doing should be kicked out now. Now and now, so that they can go and enjoy their autopilot where they belong. And we will be very proud to see that happen as soon as possible. We are not begging anybody to remain. We are not begging anybody to stay. Let them go and practicalize that thing they have been criticizing us of, so we can see how far they can go. Mazi, I want to say thank you. I don't know if there is any question.
Yes, there is a question. If you don't have anywhere to go, I will want you to hang on, because you are a broadcaster, you are a gatekeeper. You have to be there. There are questions that will come left and right. My phone is buzzing with my phone is buzzing with questions tonight. Even if it's 3 hours, 4 hours, we are going to hit it tonight. I'm going nowhere. It's up to you people if you are going somewhere. Now, Mazi George, this question on the screen is directed to you. Our sister Oge Chukwu, she has been a gatekeeper. Gatekeeper, we have men gatekeepers, we have women gatekeepers. She is one of the women gatekeepers. As we speak now, she is at work. Sending this is for you to know, even if at work, they are still keeping the gate. Now, she put a question up here. She said, please, I have a question for Mazi George. We heard Forest Gate Unit, London, is insubordinate to leadership order. They still pay into Umweri account, etc. Is IPOB National Coordinator aware of this, and are they doing anything about it? Mazi George, please, if you can shed light on this question.
Thank you very much, my comrades, and Mazi Patrick, thank you for your wonderful submission. And I will only add one thing in what my comrade Patrick says. IPOB have only one source of information. Especially, I just had a principle. I just had an executive meeting before I joined this broadcast, and I made it abundantly clear there. We only have one source of getting our information as an IPOB. I'm not talking about sympathizers. As an IPOB, especially principal officers. So people getting confused because they are not very informed on what we are doing. And I would advise every IPOB principal officer to marry their code of conduct. If you don't have it, please ask your regional coordinator or your national coordinator. They will provide that for you. Come back to the question my sister Oge asked. Yeah, I will have a UK financial meeting yesterday with the head of finance, and the forest gates, the word of insubordination, I would say yes. In every aspect of United Kingdom, forest gate has been insubordinate. So I will stop it there because it's internal. But word of insubordinate, yes. Yes. I will stop on saying yes. But I won't explain further because it's internal affair. So one thing you will take from me, Mazo Adoge Chukwu, is that forest gates stand on insubordinating United Kingdom, and it has been, and that matter needs to be solved. Just like Mazi Patrick said, European rep needs to get up from his cocoon and do his job. This is time. This is the right time. There's no mimicking. There's no need of mimicking words. It's internal affair. We won't discuss it here as a panel. Yeah, but anyone founding this, anyone said it, when you're founding, when anybody founding on that part of insubordination, it should have their own part of it, and we know what that means in IPOB. So I will stop there. I don't want to go into the details, but just take that word, underline the word insubordination. Yes. There we go.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you so much. And she said, thank you. There is a question I have here. I think somebody sent a message. He said, good evening, sir. I want to ask a question for clarity purpose with other listeners. Is the leadership of DOS having problem with Kanu? Number 2, has Omada Highway repented and apologized to IPOB leadership? Those are the 2 questions somebody sent to me now as we speak. So I don't know, Mazi, Pat, can you take the one of whether Kanu and the DOS having? I think I've answered that question. Maybe
I can add my voice to that.
There is no problem. Yeah, just
the thing there is our people seem not to understand that in a family that there is always disagreement. Even in my own family, there are people that to find a path with them is always difficult. But at the end of the day, we are still a family. So when you see a kind of misunderstanding or whatsoever, it is natural. It is natural. So the question about the relationship between DOS and Mazi Kanu is like asking the relationship between the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu family and the Directorate of State. You cannot separate the two because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu family is a Biafra family. They are also part of the Directorate of State. Because if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a member of the Directorate of State, automatically the Kanu family is part of the Directorate of State. But when you see people come up with disagreement here and there, that doesn't mean that they are having problems. Even in our program, Mazi Ejimado, the two of us also disagree sometimes. Am I communicating?
Yes.
Even in our program, sometimes you shout and shout on even on me,
yes.
But that doesn't mean we are quarreling or we are having a problem. You know, so people should understand that everybody, we all came with our different temperament, character, and attitude into this struggle. And it is bound to be in display. People always display their character. But it becomes a problem when it becomes detrimental. When people now use their attitude to try to pull the struggle down, that is where we'll have a problem. But when it comes to Kanu and the Directorate of State, they will always disagree. It is natural. But the most important thing is everybody is working together, even in that disagreement, to see that our leader is freed from detention and Biafra restored.
Thank you, Mazi. The second question is about Umuada Highway.
Yeah.
I don't know. People don't understand that IPOB. Some of us don't need the Umuada Highway. Onyendi said, once you're out, you're out. Even if you have to come back, you have to keep from the last line. So issue of Umuada Highway is not mentioned in IPOB. So I don't think there's any reconciliation within. You know, there are most, and the most shall they remain. You know, that's all I have to say. IPOB does not compromise when it comes to issue of our dealings. So Umuada Highway is nowhere. It doesn't exist in IPOB. This is a fabricated name. So anything outside IPOB, we don't have fractions in IPOB. So Umuada Highway is no, so far as I'm concerned. And there, my brother, for that question. Unmute yourself.
Please, I have a caller on the line. I think one of our brothers. Please, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, Mazi, the Jimado. This is Dr. Kevin.
Yeah.
Calling for this of Mazi. And I just want to say something about broadcast yesterday. I hope you guys wouldn't be mad at.
No, go on.
Speak as a very neutral person. One of the things that is talking about this by our Azapan was this. The way it sounded. Remember.
By the way, Mazi Ezeji, can you please put the link on the screen again so we can forward it to somebody who want to join us, Mazi Solomon?
Yeah, I've pasted it now.
Okay, please.
Yeah, go on, please.
Between the US and Canada. One of the things any reasonable person would observe yesterday was the body language of the European right towards Canada was very tough. It was severe. With the whole issue going on in Finland, we had expected more leadership from the DOS. We have expected leadership directly from the European right, who is in charge of IPOB Finland, who should have taken care of is going on in Finland time ago, before it came to become a very shameful display that Simon Eber did a few weeks ago. Now, we never had him address or called for a Biafra broadcast or called for an emergency broadcast to address Finland issue. But he was quick to attack Kanu. And in the Igbo adage, we say, him whose house is on fire does not chase rats. The European Republic roaches. And it's so unfortunate. There is multi-affected war going on in IPOB today, whether you want to believe it or not. There is a war from the UK, there's war from the federal government, there's war from the people who are Ibu people, there's war from different actors. Many members of IPOB coordinators have fallen. Now, this is not the time to start addressing somebody who is a comrade. When you talk about CNC, what is CNC? CNC means Kanu is a member of IPOB. Is he legit? Yes. Does he have a coordinator above him? Yes. Why not call the coordinator and say, I want to have a meeting with Kanu? Kanu, I didn't like the way you addressed me during the changes industry. Go back online and address this issue. I'm giving you a week or two. And now see whether he will be insubordinate. You didn't even try anything. You came online, you made him look so bad. If I was in Kanu's position, I don't think I'm going to forgive her. I'm not going to forgive. I'm telling you the truth. Now, what happened to IPOB one family? One family means Kanu is a member of the family. If you have talked to you or address you, mention your name in an interview you didn't like, you call him through his superior, address him in a very simple way, in love. There was no love, there was no kindness, there was even the politicians in Zoo, they look at how Uzodima was addressing Kurata in an interview. They still have some reservations. Now, I want to say this because I know you guys don't have time. Today, if I have to give a pass mark, the IPOB team, I'll give a pass mark throughout this most challenging time. Is the media team the best? The media team has a lot of issues. Today, we are looking at Judge Mazi, we are looking at we're looking at Patrick, Mazi Solomon. These people are brave. You guys are incredible. Working so hard, fighting the monster. Nobody knows how difficult this is. There is some encroachment in IPOB, and the media team is fantastic. But the leadership has to be sensitive too. They have to know that there is a way you talk, you destroy 1 month, 2 months, 6 months of labor by the media. So I am glad that Patrick Mendes, son of Chinasa, is incredible. He's one of the few DOS that have lived above board. But remember this, there are many leaders in IPOB that need to go, but they're not going to go now. Maybe one last man comes up. For instance, I'm in the USA, right? I used to pay in the IPOBUSA.org. Few months ago, it's crisis. I was getting an email from Omar USA telling me that they are creating a new IPOB different from our normal IPOB, that they wanted to be a member. I have made a lot of contributions, a lot. Now, I forwarded this information to many IPOB top people to look at it. I have expected the US to form a different website. Why did Mazi Nnamdi leadership of IPOB in the hands of the US and in our hands? And he's going to come back with a divided house. What you do is, when your boss gives you a portfolio and he goes on a trip, he has to see the Bible for those who are Christians. He expects you to give him back better. Why would he come back? The IPOB USA that is got, I cannot pay online. I used to, every month I pay, and I encourage many people that work with me in the hospital to pay. And people are paying it. Not fun. Why has it taken 6 months? No website form, no other way online. Many people are not IPOB members. They don't contribute to ESL. They contribute to the struggle. Make it easy. Be proactive. So leadership-wise, not everybody, I think many people, the truth of the matter is Nigeria government has to read Mazi Nnamdi. In the next 6 months, IPOB cannot move forward in the struggle. And I'll tell you why. Mazi Nnamdi needs to be released as soon as then. He needs to come out and take 6 months leave and get rest. When he gets better, when he gets much better, get back on his feet, he has to rebuild the whole house and start over again. Because apart from the media team and few segments of the US, it's a catastrophic failure.
Thank you.
Look at what's going on everywhere.
It's all right.
You guys address this.
Hello.
I'm telling you, there are so many
Is there enough time?
Hello.
Hello, brother. Never become leader. They should be gone.
Yeah, you have to listen.
Hello, brother.
You're talking about, we had enough.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for what you have said. One thing I want to tell you, you have spent about 7 minutes talking. One thing I am going to tell you is that there is no problem in IPOB. You are listening to what I said?
Yes, sir.
There is no single 1 minute, 1 second problem in IPOB. Like you said, divided house. We don't have any divided house. Our DOS is intact. The same way before our leader, was kidnapped in Kenya and renditioned into Nigeria. the same DOS is still intact after they went through attacks. These attacks were Nigerian government-sponsored hit by people, moles they sponsored and planted them inside us. Now, these moles are the people that looks as if they are dividing the house. IPOB is intact. And mind you, we don't beg anybody to come to join IPOB. Freedom fighting is a matter of what? Volunteer. You volunteer to fight for your restoration of your nation, Biafra. Because some people, you calling now, you are doing your own contribution by using your resources to support the movement. And then there is issues that rose up, and these issues did not emanate from IPOB. We were attacked. Our finances, our leader was kidnapped. The same people who organized the kidnap and rendition of our leader from Kenya into Nigeria, the same people are the same people who attacked to hijack our radio station. The same people attacked DOS to destroy command and control. The same people attacked the media. The same people attacked the finances. So you should understand, because if we don't understand what really happened, it looks as if DOS, they are not doing anything. No, DOS, we salute them. That's why we love them, because the attack that was brought on them, if they are not strong, by today, there wouldn't be anything called IPOB. If it's an organization, maybe an ordinary organization. So, my brother, what I am going to hand over, the next encouragement, or the next person who will advise you on what to do about continuation of your support to IPOB. Because you now know that the Umueri account is fraudulent. We appreciate that. Me talking to you, I also brought people in hundreds paying into that account as at that time. So now we know. We all stopped, and there is a new account. It's even announced on Radio Biafra a couple of times. And there is also a website. So thank you for your question. And then let Mazi George try to throw more light on this question you raised. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much.
Mazi Colin, there, my brother. Literally, I've said everything. But what we should do is we should now try to find out if the new account is publicly for people to make direct payment to it and the website. And the only thing I want to chip into, my brother, like you said, DOS is doing what it's doing, is attack. People don't understand the magnitude of what happened to IPOB. That's what Nnamdi said. It will take you 60 years to get to the root and 150 to destroy IPOB. It is a mission impossible. So you made a comment that in the next 6 months there won't be an IPOB. We are re-strategizing. It is not easy. Some of us might think that what happened is easy. This is a hit that, this is a world in general combined together. Britain is involved, Kenya is involved, the whole African country, majority of them are in accordance with this particular attack we had. That's why it saw everybody keep mute. But like Onyendo have said, we shall restore Biafra by ourselves, and the only person that will give us Biafra is Chukwu Kabiama, and it's going to be the last miracle. Let us support DOS in any way we can until all these things are solved. And I understand your resentment about how our European rep addressed, because he was addressed. He wasn't attacking Kanu to Kanu, probably some statement with, we are all human beings. So we know where all this is emanated from, but I think it's an internal issue. So please find a place in your heart to forgive him. We are all human beings, and we have to forgive ourselves to move forward. That's all I have to say. And know that we have to go in the right direction to make sure we restore Biafra at the end of all this. I'll leave it for now. There with my brother. Thank you. Mazi,
Mazi, please, I want to introduce our lovely brother, Mazi Solomon Peters. He's live from Australia. Please, Mazi. Introduce yourself to Biafra. You don't need any introduction.
Thank you so much. I find your trouble come this way today.
I love it. I was even thinking
yes, I was doing something, and Mazi Patrick called my attention, said you are online, that you sent me the link so I can join immediately. I joined, and I've been listening to the conversations from the beginning. So for the sake of our brother Ume that is here today, and the Biafrans who are watching me for the first time in your platform, I'm going to introduce myself again. My name is Peter Solomon, or Solomon Peter. I reside here in Australia, Sydney. So that is where I am calling from this moment. Thank you very much. It has been a great time and a great job that you guys are doing this very morning. So there is something that touched me about these programs, and the question that one of us raised as to regard to the clarifications of the European rape and the statement of Kanu. We must understand no Ipob Abara. So sometimes you might be wanting to say one thing and another thing is entering your mouth. So it's left for somebody who is behind to give clarifications to what you have said, for more understanding, for better understanding of people who has listened to what you said. There is no confusion between what Kanu said and what European rape clarified about. Kanu does not mean in his statement when he said that he's in charge, he does not mean that he's in control of DOS. What it's simply wanting to say at that very time is that he knows what is going on even in DOS. He's aware of what is going on. So that is what he means by being in charge, that he's not ignorant of what is going on in DOS or in any platform of IPOB. So, but unfortunately, he put it that I am in charge. So, but that does not simply mean that he is in control of a department he does not belong. Because how can you be in charge of DOS or be in charge of platform that you are not the member of? So, but he's simply wanting to introduce that he's aware of anything that is happening. He's not ignorant. So then the European rape, being that we IPOP have enemy here and there, anything that happened in IPOP is a topic to Nigerian government, is topic to their agents, is topic equally to even the international bodies that are supporting them. They seem to run with anything that comes out from IPOP. So the European rape was making a clarifications that what Mazi Kanu said does not mean that he is in control of DOS or he is in control of platform that he does not belong to. So what people should understand from that statement and clarification is that because the English word was used, that I'm in charge. So somebody have to put the record straight that Kanu is not in charge, because that is an English word. It's just like when police arrest you, they will say anything you say will be used against you in the court of law. So once you make a statement, what they are not wanting to know actually if you mean something else. What they run with is that statement you make. They were, even if you wanted to say, I mean this, they wanted to stick that this is what you said. So that is why the European rape has to make that clarification, and people has to understand it. There is no fight or quarrel directly or indirectly or an attack against Kanu. It's just a corrections in the statement that was made. What Kanu mean is that he's aware of what is happening. He's not ignorant. He's aware of what is happening. That's what he means by saying he's in charge. It doesn't mean that he's in control of IPOP or he's in control of the platform of DOS. So people should understand it from that very angle so that it will be easy. It's very good. It's very good sometimes you explain to our people, even to the layman understanding, so that they can be able to know what transpired. Thank you very much. And that's the reason why I came in to make this contribution.
But Mazi, there is something again I would also like to add. You know, there is this impression our people have that that misunderstanding is unacceptable. Misunderstanding is acceptable. People can misunderstand each other. It is a natural phenomenon. People can I can say something and you misunderstand me. There is nothing wrong with even DOS misunderstanding Kanunta or Kanunta misunderstanding DOS. I don't see anything wrong with that. There is not, but that doesn't mean that they are having conflict or they are having issues. Misunderstanding is allowed. It is part of human. So people must learn to live with misunderstanding, accept it as part of life, and be able to handle it. That is the truth. Thank you.
Mazi Patrick, why I have to put things and explain the way I explain is because of the circumstances. You will first of all understand the time you are in. We are in a very sensitive time where people are full of emotions. They are easy to harvest. They are easy. There is this mind mining that is going on right now. People will look at the way how weak you are in your mentality, in your sense of reasoning, and they will introduce something that they know you cannot handle, something that they know that you cannot be able to comprehend. And they will own it to themselves like they are the one to give you the information that will help you to survive in that very circle. And that is why in one of your programs, I made it very clear, said, look at the way they intimidate people. You know that there is a guy that called into that program yesterday, which is Paul Achabe. If you watch the program that Paul Achebe did, which I call in to put the record straight when they are debating about 30th of May, they claim that they are supporting Biafra. They don't know any history about Biafra. They don't know what 30th of May stands for until I come into that program, because I'm hearing adults calling and vomiting nonsense until I come to tell them 30th of May is our day of independence. We just borrow it for our hero day. So, and the borrowing time is over. We want to move forward. So we have to return 30th of May of what it is, because on 30th of May, 1967, then the independence of Biafra was announced to the world. So we become independent for the period of time, managing ourselves. So it's on our independent day. So because that date shall not remain idle. That date, we don't want to put it in a situation where it's idle, it's not working. That's why our leader brought it forward for an hero day. And it served for the purpose at that time, but for the purpose of moving forward, because on that very hero day, the only activities that happen is people to stay at home. So there's no messages we are sending to international communities. We are not even debating our freedom in international stage at that very point. So we want to make it global now, that on 30th May becomes our days of celebration of independence, which will include all people in the world to watch us in different color, making celebrations of our Independent Day. That has a bigger message to the global world and to the international community politics. So, and that is what is going. So, Paul Achabe called into that very program, and he is the one raising the issue of Kanunta. And that is why I'm explaining it in the layman understanding, so that people understand there is nothing that went wrong between DOS or DOS or European rape with Kanunta. It's just the matter of the English word that was used. And the European rape being in the place of authority, knowing how sensitive this period we are, has to come out and put the record direct. Kanu does not mean that it does not mean that Kanu is in control of DOS, but this is exactly the statement of Kanunta, that he is in charge. And the European rape debunked that English. He debunked it directly, so that people who wanted to blackmail, who wanted to cause confusion, will not be able to run with that word. So, Mazi Patrick, we are very sensitive with the time we are in right now. Very, very sensitive time. People are full of sentiment, and people are full of emotion, and we must handle their emotion and handle their sentiment. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please, before you go on, I want there is somebody. He has been a patient man. He's been online for a while now, almost 10 minutes. I want him to, say something or ask a question. Then we move on. And we also have a brother that is here.
After who is the person that joined us? I need to know who he is.
I will introduce him later. Chisome Ejikeme. I know he's here. So go on, my brother. Go on the phone.
Okay.
Just 3 minutes, please.
Good
evening.
So I want you to
contribution I have onwe okwu dị issue dị na ife a na-ekwu na online na ebe nchekwu mmetụ aka because our leadership na mụ na onwe m ama communicate with you kama n'ụlọ anyị n'elu ọkwa avawa so ọ na-ava ya emetụta aka na ife dị na nchu a na-aga online gbasalụ ESN fundraising na ndị otu ya ka ha nye mkparịtaji ọfọ instruction ka omiti awalida ka onye ọdanya ka mkparịtaji ọfọ de ife gbasalụ bistene na ndị a bụ ndị nwe ndị ikpe pawa dị n'aka so ka ụfọdụ awa people dị confused ka ha sịkọ biko na DOS kwuo ya na afụtakwa na DOS nwere ihe a na-azọ n'ebe isi mmadụ nọ na Finland nọ so ka o si n'aka baristeji ọfọ nwere bịa so ọ bụ na ọ ya eje n'iti awa leader DOS enye instruction de ife dị otu a na n'ife anyị dịle ka ịkọwala awa people because na onwe ndị na-awọtara ife na-aga nọ so ha jila ha sị because ha ji love enwere n'ebe awa leader nọ anyị nwabụ ndị wọtara ihe na-eme na amaghị ihe na-eme mana ndị a ji because of love ha nwere n'ebe awa leader nọ so because of emotional ha na-support this autopilot n'agbanyeghị na autopilot na-emebila anyị ife so ha ji maka na ha lọbụla na onye nke a na-ekwu ife ha chọrọ ịnụ ndị autopilot so ha na-support ya so ihe my question bụ onwe ka e esi wee gwanụ baristeji ọfụ ka o dee ife gbasara this issue na ESN dị ndị a n'aka na ọ bụrụ ndị autopilot a because na fa na-azọ ịyasala anyị ife ọzọ dịka ibia bụ contribution nwere gbasara ife na-eme because na some of ndị mmadụ na-eche na ịbata side a n'ebe otu anyị na-ekwu na nwe contribution ha ge ntị ọ bụ na ị na-ekwu okwu gbasara disi ha asị gị focus anyị na-ajụ ha focus away because na ndị ị na-efocus rapụ internal enemy na ha ka ndị more dangerous than the diaspora anyị na-afụ ya because na ha bịara ịyasala anyị ife so ife ọzọ nwekwuru ikwu ya because onwe ndị na-ajụ maka ife ekwuru na redio Biafra na gbasara Kanu ntasị nke Kanu ntasịrị nka so ndị be anyị maka na ha na like ebe a na-asị asịrị too much so nke abaghị asị na onye nke asị na onye nke asị so ife European rep ukwu bụ for clarification because na onwe mgbasị Kanu nta kwuru gbasalụ na nyanwa the in charge of the legal team those autopilot jizieli ya nwee na ivrocast na Kanu nta hijack go this IPOB na omego nke na nyanwa na-enye baristeji ọfọ dayone so ife akwụrụ online ụnyaahụ bụ ka ha nwee clarify onwe na ha ka dị in charge this IPOB bụ the DOS.
Thank you.
Yeah, bụ ọzọ nwere i-clarify so ife ọzọ nwere ikwu nnọbi
let's stick with the time. 10 minutes is lapses, man.
N'obi nke ma chọrọ m ka anyị na-akpọ dama na afa because na ọ na-aba na-apịa afa na this broadcast anyị na-eme ọ debe arụ na ọ ka dị relevant.
Thank you.
So na anyị kwụsị afa na ojiri nwayọọ n'ala onye so ka anyị kwụsị na imechi ikpe afa ka anyị nwere nwayọọ onye ya chọrọ ikili ya anyị na-oti anụ na
Hello. Thank you.
So now we are going to communicate.
Thank you. Mazi George, let me introduce our brother here. Please, our brother, let me unmute you. I can't unmute you.
I think unmute yourself.
Can you unmute yourself, Mazi? Chisom, unmute yourself. You muted yourself. I've been trying to unmute you.
One second.
Now he's on mute. So, Mazi Chisom.
All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra.
My name is Mazi Chisom Ajuluchukwu Ejikeme by name. I am a member of IPOB and I am here in support of DOS. So I have a little thing bothering me that I want to speak it out before I can say the last thing I want to say. It will not be a question.
I think introduce yourself first. Then I need to answer to our brother I just called before now you can answer your question.
Just introduce yourself. You go back. You hang on. Then Mazi George will clarify the question our brother on the phone call. Then you can come up and ask your question and make your contribution.
My name is Anuchukwu Chisom Ejikeme. I reside here in Malaysia. I'm a member of IPOB. I'm in support of DOS because that is the only structure we have. I came from Isukwato province in Biafra land. So that is who I am.
Thank you. Mazi George, please, can you do justice to that our brother's question?
Yeah, the only thing I can say, because he was speaking on our only Igbo dialect, which we should stick on because a lot of people are watching. But what I will say to our brother is this: our legal team does not need to go and consult Onyendu before people will believe already. That order has been given. Issue of ESN, nobody else is in charge of ESN. ESN is under the DOS, is one central command. And there's audio about our leader has clarified this, that if he's not there, DOS have the final say. So my advice to you, my brother, is that our people cannot go in around consuming some garbage from people, because you make yourself vulnerable, then you get confused. But when it comes into the issue of ESN, DOS still in charge. And it is not something we'll make public that he has to go to. Ejiofor is just a lawyer to IPOB. He has got nothing to do with the leadership of IPOB. So he can't pass that kind of press release to IPOB. That's one thing people must understand. You must differentiate what his jobs are to IPOB. He's not a member of IPOB. He's our legal counsel. And he's dealing, that's his profession. We pay him for his work legal to IPOB. So we cannot get him involved. If there's a message, as a legal, luminary that is looking after our leader and our case, that will be communicated in appropriate quarter. And whenever the OS have passed a verdict, it remains that. And there's no confusion about who in charge of DOS. All these people ranting and whoever you're talking about, the autopiloters, these are distractions. And one thing people must understand, IPOB does not dialogue with the moles. So that's all I have to say, my brother, on your question, because I think that's the only thing you asked that I needed to clarify about our people and about the ESN. So Ejiofor can do that, and only DOS can pass that verdict. I hope I answer your question. So Mazi, are you there, Mazi? So Mazi Chisom, you can unmute yourself and answer your question. Ask your question, please. Oh, go on.
Okay. Actually, it's not a question. We know on HOD broadcast on 1st of January this year, he said things, a thing like he has said that thing before, and he just did it as a reminder, boycotting of the Fulani cow. They should be teaching our children how to recite our own national anthem. We will not be singing the one of the oppressor, because the Yorubas are doing the same thing too. So when he said that word, after some days or the next day, the Ohanese came out to release their press release about that word. After the Ohanese did it, the Arewa Consultative Forum, they now came out and said that they will boycott Igbo business in the north. That boycotting of the cow or Fulani cow is calling for war. And our HOD made it clear that they are using this thing to rape our women, kill our men, destroy our farmland, which is not acceptable. But they now twist it into other things and carried by the useless media we have in Nigeria, help them to broadcasters are still debunking it, both on Twitter, our writers, and every other thing. So what I'm saying is that it has been a long time that our leaders are telling our people to come back from North. And when I'm a little bit small, we used to from Benue State to go to Nnamdi, because that time it reminded me of something, and that's why I want to put it here. We used to from Benue State to go to Nnamdi to go and buy machine and machine pass. There is no any other place in Nigeria that will open container of machine pass or machine. It's only in Nnamdi. Then when you buy it in Nnamdi, you carry it and come back to Benue State and you assemble it and sell it. And that thing brought a lot of revenue to our people in Anambra and our people in that Nnamdi local government, even nearby city in Nnamdi. So I call it a welcome development. What we are doing, I know they are not for us, but for once, for them to support what we are doing, but they will keep on being against what we are saying for the goodness of our people. If they will boycott whatever our people are doing there, if that one will make our people to come back and they will put it, our people will put it. If organizers are working, they are not working. But I believe that this leadership and IPOB will put it. Wherever you load your container, you bring it to Igbo land. And when you bring your goods to Igbo land, they don't have any option. They will come to Igbo land to buy it. They will come to Igbo land to buy it because nearby African countries are going to Aba to buy shoe made in Aba. So if we bring all our goods back to our home, they will force themselves to come and buy our goods. That is one. Two, again, I want to say, because many people are complaining. Some of our people that are not in their wall or in their Facebook to propagate, to spread the gospel of IPOB. And some of our people will be bullying them. People, you know that this man or this woman is an IPOB member. Instead of those people to encourage that our brother or sister, try to draw him nearer, because the Bible says he that wins soul is wise. Try to draw him nearer to come and identify his or herself to IPOB. They will start bullying that person. They will start bullying the person. We know that our understanding are different, and maybe the day you hear and join and the day I hear and join are not the same. And that's why this platform is here, to continue talking to people for them to understand and come and join. Please, I want you people to say it. Even if you are not a member of IPOB, can the person spread good news or spread the word of freedom to IPOB, which our leader have said, even so that those people are doing those things will resist and they will stop doing it. Thank you. That's what I want to say for now.
Mazi, I think you're making a submission, because it's not a question actually. Issue of the cow meat ban and the Arewa Consultative Forum with their press release and Ohaneze. Ohaneze is the systematic agent in our land that always oppress our people. So, but they understand, the Arewa Consultative Forum, they understand the importance of IPOB press release when we send out press release, and they understand the enormous and the gravity of that pronunciation. So, and our people will boycott that cow meat, just like Solomon said. We'll be highlighted about this here before, because when people, if you're not armed with the information and knowledge of the history of what we are talking about, you make mockery of yourself. Like they mentioned about this moron called Paul Achebe. The guy is so incoherent. People questioning about our Independence Day and our 30th of May. You know, you ask yourself, where did the sense come from? We already said it here before. 1967, 30th of May was when Biafra was declared. and now we start remembering our people. So they understand important because we are now, you know, step by step, we're taking back, and they understood where we are going. You know, the moment our national anthem is recited, we started with the flag, bringing all the flag down, replacing it with Biafran flag. Now, without even raising an arm, now our children will start reciting our national anthem, and the cow meat already, we already give the window for our people to start animal husbandry. You know, go back to our local cows. You know, so they understand the weight. And when they say they're going to boycott our product, what are they going to do? Like Mazabani said it yesterday, they need us, we don't need them. That's the truth about the matter. We don't really need them for anything. But that's what we are fighting for. That's why we say, let us go. They don't want us to let us go. But they believe that they can oppress us now and step on us and live by us. Because they're parasites are sucking our blood and they still want us to be together. So, my brother, I think that answered your question. So, because you already said everything you said.
Thank you.
And those that are propagating Biafra, let me say this here. You see some people attacking people. What is happening in social media? People build themselves with Ipob and Mazi and Kanu. So for now, we only want people that are real to propagate what we are doing. Onyandi is a prophecy. If you look at the one with that in Finland, all these things, all these people now that have turned, when Onyandi made that pronunciation, what did they recommended quite few of Biafrans, you know, propagating Biafra. But you can see what happens. But it's good it happened. So, but the genuine people out there who cannot stop them, you know, if once you propagate Biafra, don't encroach in Ipob leadership. You can propagate Biafra. You are allowed to do that. But one thing you cannot do, just like this Paul Achebe, where did he come from? What does he know? You see, these are pay agents. And he claims he's an Ipob member. What are you talking about to question the leadership of Ipob? We are not here to, even if our leadership of Ipob got it wrong, we are not here to talk about it because it's the leadership. We can't go against your own structure. You cannot. So we have to guide ourselves and mind what we say when it comes to our leadership because we cannot interfere. But we are here to defend and protect. Yeah? No.
Thank you, Mazi. I have a brother. Hang on. Mazi Solomon, hang on. I have a brother on the phone. I want you to, you know, take 3 minutes to say something or ask question. Then I will bring you in. Thank you. Mazi on the phone. Go on, please. Yeah.
I go to my message. Mazi Patrick. Mazi, I think what I want to contribute to one of the callers, yes, he said that if our leader doesn't come out that IPOB is going to do it, and I'm here to disagree with him. I'm here to disagree with him in the sense of that our leader said before you take the use of IPOB, you take it 60 years. And before you can be able to destroy IPOB, it takes you 150 years. So I'm saying that even if our leader says that God forbid for the next 10 years, I think we will be working stronger because the structure that we are working with is very strong. And we stand by the DOS. We are solidly behind every decision taken by the DOS. And I think that we might be one of the people that is encouraging Nigeria government to keep holding our leader that in the next 6 months our IPOB will be done. It's a pure lie. It doesn't matter how long they hold our leader. IPOB must be watching and the things will be happening. He should put his eyes on the ground. He will see that a lot of things will be unfolding. So he should not lose sleep over what that cabinet in Finland is doing. He's just a rat. He has figured out. He's only fighting as a common man. So that is that way. And regards to what our brother said concerning people who make who talk about IPO or Biafra constitution. Yes, as a Biafran or whoever, you are allowed to talk about that. But once you start meddling with things that have to do with IPOB, when you are not a member of IPOB, it's not allowed. You have to be a member to meddle affairs IPOB. If you wish to talk about your things, just like what Mazi carries do, he talks about that, but it doesn't meddle in the affairs of in the affairs of like the teacher in Finland is. He's not a member, but he's meddling in the affairs of that. That's why we are doing. So I encourage everybody not to confuse. The people who are saying that is a big confuse. You don't want to confuse, just put the good as use your common sense to the better way. That is my conclusion.
Thank you. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Thank you. Mazi Solomon.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm going to be very brief this time around as to regard to the contribution our brother here has made, and Ume has also responded to him. So it's very, very important that our people who supposed to know better are the people who are being drilled. Now, Ariwa people, Ariwa forum who were responding to the order of IPOP, they know who gives order. They know where to take order from. They know the authority that exists in Biafran land. They are fully aware. It's not everybody that will come and say something on the Facebook and the Ariwa youth, they will come and respond to what the people said. They know the people who has the authority. They know people who gives order. And these are the head of Directorate of State. So when they give order, they know that the order should be followed. But for interest of knowledge, we must see what the HOD does on the 1st of January 2022. We must see it as a direction that was given to the people of Biafra. We are the one to achieve it. It's not DOS. We are the one to achieve everything that DOS has dished out that very day. Now, regarding the animal husbandry, we must be focused. It is not today that that business resides in our place, but people has been very careless about that very business. And now the head of DOS, they come out because they want to push our people into it. And they give their reason, and their reason are very clear. And Biafra has to understand that the bone of contention, pushing down the terrorists into our land to destroy our farm produce, to destroy our women, and to destroy life in Biafran land is as a result of the trade of that their nama, of that their cow. So that the only way to curtail and make job easier for ESN is to stop them from coming with that cow, which are accompanying them into our land, that make them start destroying farm produce and all that. So their reasons are very, very clear. It's not that they are drawing a battle line with the Fulanis, but the reason they give was very clear, and it should be taken under consideration. If you cut eating of that nama, they will not come. Now, another reason they give is, again, there is things that call abomination, or things that are unacceptable to culture, or to cultural life of people. We don't sleep, we don't eat the animal. We, the Biafrans, we don't eat the animal that human beings sleep with. And it has become obvious that the Fulanis sleep with the cow, which they are bringing to our land, in a way of renewing their covenant of voodoo or sham, or the way of railing their animals. And is unacceptable. It is something that we cannot continue with. And these are the two reasons that DOS, because we must also underline the reason why that was given. Now, coming to the issue of national anthem, reciting the national anthem and the flag of Biafra, we cannot hide anymore at this very point. We cannot hide anymore. They are holding our leader unconstitutionally. They are holding our leader without an offense. And all these things that is being done is to intimidate us, is to make us to stop talking about this Biafra or to go into hiding. So now we cannot go into hiding. Rather, it is time for us to march forward towards our independence. It's for us to march forward towards our freedom. And if we must march forward towards our freedom, then we must begin to do things. We must begin to do things that will take us there. And our flag, respect to our flag, and the respect to our national anthem must take a lead. Must take a lead, because every message about Biafra is buried in our national anthem, if you know. And most of them that I see them that says they are disciple, they are apostle, and that most of them don't even know how to sing the first stanza of our national anthem, to show you how far these people are from the history of Biafra or from the Biafran struggle. So all these things that has said is something that we must actualize this very year, and our people must be out for it. So it doesn't matter who is debating it. It doesn't matter. I said it in one of the programs I have with SAG and Patrick, that all these people that you see that talk on the Facebook, ask them, what are they doing for struggle of Biafra? We have people who are delivering from one point or the other, making things happen. Ask these people, what are they doing? Nothing. All these people that are confused in IPOP are just the idle men in IPOP who doesn't even know why they come into IPOP. Ask them, what have they been doing? What have they been delivering in IPOP? None of them have answer. All they do is to keep themselves busy, entertain themselves with their cell phone. Who is talking? They always look for something to watch and make a comment. So we are marching forward. Our brother, just as you have commented, we are marching forward. We are taking the higher levels above what we used to be before they kidnap our leaders. And we are doing it to prove to the world that we cannot be stopped at any stage. We are determined. We are determined to restore Biafra. And there's no level in which we can be intimidated or be stopped. We are marching forward, and our leader will be released very soon. Thank you, Mazi, and this is my submission.
Thank you. Thank you. I have a brother on the phone, Mazi Kinsley Ozribo. Please, can you introduce yourself and say something? Make your contribution.
IPOB,
one family.
IPOB,
one family.
I am Kinsley, calling from Morocco. My dear brother, I thank all of you for making it happen. Because of without these people will still falling into the death trap. You know? One thing I want to talk is about my brother SAG. He called me yesterday and he asked me how to terminate this autopilot.
Yeah. And
right now somebody called and asked question which I had a reply from our brother Ume about this autopilot. My dear brother, if these guys have nothing to do with ESCN, that supporting of funds that they are raising there is because of the killing of by the government, the governors, the youth of our people. Anybody they see. So if these people have they are just ordinary mobile moving around, you know, they are not organized like IPOB. They know that yes, these guys, they are focusing in to chase these cows out from the bush. But this autopilot now has become a heinous crime into our state. And this is the call. Anybody they see for us now, they tag ESN or tag it because they know that the group are just like a different thing. So that guy is doing harm to this struggle for this autopilot, and people keeping quiet. It's like we are putting the people, our brothers' life in danger at home. Two, the other callers, anybody again, my brother, are calling, telling people to reconcile peace. I don't know, maybe that person telling IPOB to reconcile with the Chemofo group or myself or BM or I don't know, all these autopilot people. So this is the agency. You people should remember the time Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, was released from there. He was doing rally whereby his deputy is in the radio broadcasting, doing another thing. I've been watching to and listening to Radio Biafra. I become confused. And this man was shouting in the rally, IPOB, IPOB. So I think many people should understand where the man is going. He's fighting for us and we must fight for him. So I thank all of you for what you people are doing. God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you, Mazi Kingsley. God bless you. Thank you. Mazi Chisom.
Yeah.
Do you have something you want to say or question? From what you heard before, were your questions answered, or do you still need further clarification?
No, I hope I'm coming out clear.
Yes, yes.
I don't my is suggestion. I don't have any question to ask. I just to add my voice in what they are doing. So I will still say that our people, person like Ezejimadu, Solomon, and Dikem, you people are doing very marvelous job. They are really the gatekeeper. I now believe that our leader left people behind, and those of us that are commenting and are calling on a program and tweeting, our people should do what? Should do more. We should do more and encourage one another and encourage each other. That is the only way to win the war. And I keep on saying it again, our people that are going to our enemy platform, and when they get there, they will post it. When you are posting it, you are advertising that person. You are still, somebody will be going to his enemy place to go and watch what he's doing. Like me, when I reject you, I will reject everything about you. I will not come across you for anything. That is the way I live my own life, because you going there to watch him, you are promoting the person. So there is no need of watching him. There is no need of going there. So I tell our people that are doing that, they should resist. When they see that nobody is coming to them, nobody will ask them to go. Because when you keep your market, nobody is buying, you are paying money for shop, you will be tired and go. So that is what I want to say. Thank you. May God bless you people. Today we are on Sunday here. So let me go and prepare for service.
All right, thank you.
Amba, Sakpe.
Sakpe. Sakpe.
You know, Mazi, you know that our people are yet to understand how we are being caught.
Yeah.
Why this issue of autopilot or people trying to mention the name of some guys in the over there at Finland and the activities is that people don't understand how these things happen. How do we get here?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Now we IPOP being as friendly as we are, as democrat as we are, we welcome everybody. We welcome ideas. When we see you that you are our own, we don't leave you behind. We want to embrace you, want to bring you closer. We want the best out of everybody. So that is how these things happened. That in the first instance, We even bring down our standard to accommodate people. Even that guy in Finland, somebody like me, I come out, I even make a promise. I said, I will pay your bill. I will pay every contributions that is required for you to do in IPOP. I will pay it for 2 years just to accommodate you. Mazi, is that how we operate in IPOP? No.
No.
What about it? We subpedal even to welcome an individual to see how far we IPOP can go. Because the way that people want to represent IPOP, like the way the Nigerian government are presenting IPOP, is not what we are. You need to come close to know who we are. The way that some of the enemies of IPOP are trying to present IPOP to the world is not how we are. That is why the world keep on wondering about us, because what people used to present us to look like is not what we are, you know. So that is just the truth. People, they cut us because we welcome them. We welcome them, and we come out at full for us to work together as a people. So they cut us. They man push us to a defensive, to be playing defensive. That is why you can see some of us are still mentioning autopilot, the guy in Finland. Who are they to compare to an institution like IPOP or institutions like DOS, that somebody will be coming to say that there is a power tussle between DOS and the such person who has no foundation on what he's doing. Do you understand? It used to amaze me when people will begin to present as if IPOP is if IPOP took fight against you, you are finished, because they are rock. When you fall upon them, you will be broken. When they fall upon you, you will be crushed. And somebody is asking a question about, are we letting people to go, with the people in the Finland to go away with their criminalities and the things they have committed against ESN and that. There is this institution of IPOP, you see, they don't forget. They don't forget. Onyendu said, we don't forgive, we don't forget. Definitely, we must come back to everything. And it's just the way God operated in the Bible. You know that when the children of Israel were crossing to the promised land, some people rise against them. But after God has established Israel, he sent King Saul to go and kill the people, kill all of them, just because they stand against the Israel in crossing. So there is time for everything. We are pursuing what is important to us right now. It's not about the cockroach that are flying and the mosquito that are flying in the night, which we can just buy mosquito net and keep going. So all these cockroaches will be dealt with at the appropriate time. People should not be worried about it. And what it takes to restore Biafra is the few determined individuals, is not all the crowd. When we needed the crowd, we will inform the crowd. But the people that are required to restore Biafra must be people who are knowledgeable enough about this struggle. It's not people that are being pushed like wheelbarrow, or people who are full of emotions and then can give up at the altar of emotion or at the altar of sentiment. It's the people who are determined. As you are Ezeji today, and this Mazude, as you are today, you discover that in this very struggle that you are in right now, you are not even looking for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to give you Biafra. Rather, you yourself, you are determined that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will even be the obstacle, then you will let him, you will let him stand aside. You will go and get Biafra for the people. So that is the level of determination of people who can get Biafra. It's not all the people who needed somebody who will pamper them, somebody who will beg them to come to register in IPOP, somebody who will come to beg them to contribute, to have financial contribution, somebody will wait for people to come and beg him to come for meeting and order. You can't do anything with, you can't restore Biafra with such people. Thank you, Mazi. Mazi Ude is back. I believe he has a lot of things to offer for this very program.
Mazi,
Thank
George.
you, Mazi. Thank you, Mazi Solomon. Is a warm welcome having you. And I remember you doing that video. It reminded me something when you threw a challenge. You see, there's one thing about this struggle we are in. the restoration of Biafra is divine. Under this leadership is divine. When he made that assertion, I saw that video, and I was like, okay, even somebody dedicated to do such, because I think he said about $2,400 or so that you can pay that money. But you see, that individual is an agent. He came for a purpose. It was pre-planned. All these things from onset. It's not like he is dabbled into it. No. He's a contracted agent. And he's a man that, I'm saying it, I'm quoting verbatim. Simon Ekberima was contracted by Dave Umahi directly in collaborating with the native doctor in America. They planned it. It's not something that people like us will know from onset. I don't have anything to listen to him because he don't even have any history upstairs about Biafra. What he does is something I can do here easily. Analyze, bring it up and scream and shut it. It's nothing. I'll do it all day. When it comes to Biafra, I said, because he played my video. He played one of our broadcasts, me and Mazi, and he played my voice. And I threw a challenge. Like Nnamdi said, he challenged the whole zoo professor. Debate me if it lasts 1 minute. Because he has nothing to offer. What he's doing now is defending himself. Only two persons mentioned his name, but he started the whole saga. You think IPOB is a monster, like you said. You can't fight IPOB. Somebody wrote that in our forum today, and I called the man and said, you can't do that. Why would you make a session that IPOB, leadership of IPOB, which are dialogue with someone that is an outsider? He's not an IPOB member. He has never joined IPOB.
He doesn't even have any authority. Why? Which authority does he have?
Which
no. Does he control?
No. You know what? It hasn't gotten any power because they have tried in the past. But the thing is, this is a systematic attack. They planned it. As Eji said, it was a planned attack. So they're hoping that it comes unawares because the thing came, let me see. One other say, but that's why you know what IBOB is made up, because they thought this is the final stroke. They was gonna survive. They're gonna get IPOB in a disarray, which they try. We are in 6 months in it now, but you can see where we are. He has got nothing to offer to say. All the things he do now, this broadcast, he's gonna cut out. They're gonna cut out some of it now. They're going to play the voice. But one challenge I threw to him is this: come out for a debate. Because the last time he was ranting, I think it's Methuselah that threw a debate. Now he confessed that he bribed PA to Professor Lumumba of Kenya. The same professor, he was saying that Kanu, Onyendu asked him to bring him in our legal team. Now he said he doesn't even have his contact. So how can they trust a man like that? The guy is all over the place. When you lie, you forget. The same person this is can play the video here. He was confessing, oh, what do you want to debate me? You want to debate me because I paid the PA to participate to come, Professor Lumumba to come in my program, but he didn't turn up. Can you imagine that? And he's saying it with his own mouth. But the same person was accusing Kanu Takano that Kanu Takano didn't accept the man. But because you see, I don't know how to say it, but our people, like he said, if you're not mentally strong enough, like people like me, I never for one day listened to that guy. Only listen like all these things started now or doubling into what he said. Like when he was saying, oh, I will broadcast on Radio Biafra without no condition. It's on tape. It's on about 1 minute. He was ranting. I will broadcast on Radio Biafra without any condition. I look at this guy and say, who are you? Do you know people that's in charge of? If Uchemofo could not, Uchemofo for the years he spent as a deputy leader, he wasn't in charge of Radio Biafra. He wasn't in charge. People think he was in charge. He wasn't. Because if Uchemofo was in charge of Biafra, he shouldn't have been locked him off. Chukwudofoma is the one in charge, and Chukwudofoma, there's other things we don't know beneath. So the way we need to structure IPOB, you can't get to the root of IPOB. So my brother, we're not dwelling in this issue because he started this whole thing and he thought he was going to have a field day, but never knew that people like us are in the corner watching because we have been online checkmating his SSS, right? Till now we decided to come out because there's nothing they say we don't know and have answer to. Because him himself don't talk about Biafra. He don't know nothing about Biafra. He only bring in news, the Z news to analyze. I don't know what he's analyzing. Expose. He doesn't expose about anything nice about leadership of IPOB. And some people will tell you, oh, make peace, dialogue. I ask you, the person you're talking about has got nothing to do with what we are doing. He does not believe in Biafra. That's the point. He doesn't. He came for revenge about the Pelumada being beat up in Germany. I repeat it again. That was why the Peluma came back. But as you can see now, he's drowning. He has got nothing to offer. Omada Highway, our brother, this guy from Isofia, I think he got mental problem, you know. So, and now he's backtracking about Umada and the heritage. You have to mention that, because this is not Radio Biafra. And they have found out that we are not here to joke. Even he sang a song for them, you know, and now he's telling them they are falling down. He can't fight IPOB because what we are fighting for is divine. We are the only, I've said only, unequivocally, because the world by now knows without IPOB, Biafra could have died natural death. Because I remember when we started, they told us Biafra is dead and buried. Obasanjo made that comment that Biafra is dead and buried, that we are miscreants. They call us also some name because, you know, they bribed the Wazirike and other people that have came. Everybody shut their mouth. They tried with Onyendu. It didn't work. Obasanjo arrested Onyendu 2001. Cannot even say it in one of his interviews. Onyendu have been arrested by Obasanjo. His dad have to come all the way from the Afari people to bear him from DSS in Abuja. So it's a long time something. And Onyendu have served diligently. Check what you call them. He have served all these men. He even worked in Massa and find out that these people, we are not ready to fight for Biafra. And the method we are using, no country on earth have used what we had now in our disposal. So no, who will come?
I'm telling you, when it comes to intelligence, when it comes to intelligence, you need to come and learn in IPOP.
Because we are volunteer. The point is that we lose our own resources. You can't bribe me. You can't give me nothing that I want. People don't understand. We are volunteer. It can't, just like our volunteer force, everything we do is voluntarily. We don't force people, and we don't dialogue with Mo's. I will stop here and then we'll continue.
There is a brother on the phone. Mazi, introduce yourself and go on.
Yes, my name is Abuchi. Please, I want you people to give me like some minutes to. It's very important for me to say here, and I want you people to also say this message directly to China Sangoro and the people in leadership to know what is going on now. Okay, for a long time I managed to call this guy on program today, you know, because he doesn't take questions from strong people. But he normally he picked me up today, and I went straight to ask him, what you are doing, is it in line with Mazi Nnamdi's instruction? And what you are doing, is it direct order given to you by Mazi to follow this path you are following in what you are doing? He answered me no, that it is not. That the people of Biafra are doing their thing on their own. That the people of Biafra need to understand that Mazi Nnamdi's situation now is like handicap. If you understand the meaning of that handicap, this guy needs.
Maz, I think he cut off or something. Maz, that's a question. It's frozen up. I think Maz's episode is frozen. Can you hear me? Can anybody confirm that you can hear my voice on the message chat so I can carry on? Can anybody hear me, please? Just say yes. Mal Solomon, can you hear me? Okay, thank you very much, Chisom. I'll have to carry on because I think my comrade I think his system is frozen. To align here, I'm there as well. Now who is this person that's saying he's lying? Who is lying? Okay, yeah. Okay. Maz's question is being frozen. So
yeah.
So
but he's still live in Facebook.
Yeah, but he's off. He's in live in Facebook, but he's off. He's off in our app that we are using, our StreamYard. Yeah, we'll be disappointed if the US do not just Simon Ekpa taking our coordinator hostage an opportunity to jail that idiot. He was involved in the plan to kidnap our leader. Yes, Nelson Ugochukwu Lotana, you are right. All of us must understand we live in a civilized world. A lot of lawsuits are coming after all these people, and they know it. That our brother that we are talking and the phone frozen. And somebody is saying here, I think he says he's lying. You know, people just need to curtail with the SSS of this nitwit that lives in Finland, because he's inconsequential as far as I'm concerned. I don't really like to discuss him, but we have to talk about him because he's the person that he has got nothing to offer. All his agenda has been exposed. They have tried they have gone up every flank, and we have, you know, covered it. So he has got nothing to say. They have to be running from pillar to pole. When the US make any press release, you see him try to do an expose or something that you really understand.
And he's making himself look so very stupid.
He's making mockery of himself, not stupid, mockery. He constantly making mockery of himself.
You know what he uses to intimidate the people? Like Paul Achabe was that called into Radio Biafra and have the audacity of questioning the leadership of IPOB. You know, he came into his program and he was intimidating him. Intimidating Paul Achabe. Intimidating him.
Paul Achabe is nobody though. But
look at what he's saying. Look at what he's saying. Do you know what I know?
Yeah.
I know you don't know.
You know nothing.
It's bigger than you. I looked at this boy, ice bulb to ice bulb, and I say, what is it on earth that you know that people have listened to you from almost 2 years? What is that you think you know that people don't know? Because that is the way of his intimidation. Once you hold him in a very tight corner, he will say, you don't know what I know. There is things I know you don't know. And the men will keep quiet. They will think that there is, it seems like when Uchemofo left and people were saying he knows things about IPOP, at the end of the day, we didn't hear nothing.
Because he's done nothing.
Using the same intimidation to people who are actually running their own family, taking responsibility of their own life, and using it to intimidate them.
Okay. One second, right? This guy called Ifeanyi Okorie. Ifeanyi Okorie, I think you're one of the autopilot. There's a phone number here if you want to call, and because you're saying that the guy lied, we are their life, and what is their life? You know. Somebody saying that Simon Ekpa said, is it the first time Simon Ekpa have mentioned that our leader is incapacitated? Because that's what they said. They said we shouldn't. That's why the one they call the animal rabbi here, you know, said that we should stop taking order from Onyendu, because that's their plan. They planned it. All the thing they want is to show that Onyendu is incapacitated. That he cannot do anything because he's been in is in DSS custody. He cannot give order from there. But they've forgotten that Onyendu have said it in anywhere. It doesn't matter where he is. The standing order must carry it out. So the thing is this: you can't be in your house and know what happens in my house. You know, Simon remain an outsider, he will remain. You know, who was giving them information in the DOS? The person has been expelled in the DOS, so now they're scavenging. And even though those that contacted them know that have woefully failed, they have not, you know, they have not delivered what they asked them to do. Because what they came to do is to destroy IPOB and take over the Biafra. All these things couldn't work. A lot of people fell out on the sideway, and we forge ahead. It doesn't matter how many people that fell on the west side. And this is the time. This is the time Onyendu was talking about, like only 100 men and women. We clean hard. We start, you know, we restore Biafra. We are in that era now, and this is the last push on this struggle. Because at the end of the day, somebody will be in his comfort zone telling you what I know. He knows nothing. He knows nothing. Somebody that bribing somebody to come on this show, even IPOB, we all our platform, we have not commercialized it. He admitted that he bribing somebody. So where are you getting the money from? In one, the same Professor Lumumba, you said that you wanted to give IPOB as a lawyer in Kenya. Now you admitted that you don't have his contact. He's a charlatan. How can you take a man like that serious? The guy is confused. And he doesn't have a job. That's another thing. If he has a job, you won't see him online. Now you can see that cartel of him coming online because now you know we are bashing on him. IPOB media wars, everybody eyes open because normally you have a media chat, it comes up on the midnight. Now we are in midnight talking as well. Because when we started this program, somebody said, why do you come anytime Simon is coming on program? Mazi, you take note. We'll be coming on program, late program, because that is the time the comes in and take them to live chat or wherever they go. So we will come in to educate our people, and those that are confused will come here and tell us what they know. So some people putting up in the guy, I just asked him a question. I didn't see him answering the question because that's what happened with autopilot. Their brains are not functioning properly. When you ask them a question, they will not give you answer to it. But the guy was here saying the guy was lying. The caller that we are cut off when Mazi system was frozen. He never came back. He never came back to answer the question. You know? Is anybody have you got any call? Mazi?
The caller, what the caller was saying that he called in his program, I think this evening or whatever, was asking him, this thing you are doing, is it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that instructed you to be doing this thing you are doing? And then he said, no, it wasn't Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that he is out to, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out, you know, that he will know that he has destroyed DOS, you know, so that we should contact the leadership to tell them that the boy is serious for to destroy IPOB. So that's when yeah, the caller is saying, you know, he's here.
Just like when the group, some few group of people, they went to British embassy demanding that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be extradited. And I looked at them. I said, who dash monkey banana? Who dash monkey banana? There is one song that our people used to sing. Otrukpokpo. Otrukpokpo sekiatu Georgie. Kana fuenu anya. Ukukusia na oburi iku Georgie gafu ya arumana ya ku Georgie. Nenu gafu ananya. How can you carry the land? How? Enebu anebu. Person who is saying he want to destroy DOS. Enebu anebu. How can you do that? Do you know who does he know that is involved in this very struggle? Who does he know that is involved in this struggle? There is people you have never seen their face. They are even walking very close to you. They have never identified to you that I am this or that. But they are part and parcel of this very struggle. Even in DSS office, they don't know that some of people who are wearing their uniform are IPOP members. They don't know. And this is only
everywhere.
When I tell them, they become afraid. They don't know that some of their PA and drivers are IPOP members. They don't even know. Anebu is impossible. Why we are talking about, even while we are talking about it, I'm feeling ashamed of myself. But it is somebody who will say it. Why am I feeling ashamed of myself is because there is no comparison. No. There is no comparison for anybody to be saying IPOP leadership is fighting this person. It is we who are fighting the individual who wanted to make an attempt. We are responding. We are the one responding. Any day that the leadership of IPOP pick him up as their problem, he can't last more than one day. He cannot last more than 24 hours. It's just like Mazi Nnamdi is responding to him, and some members are responding to him. If he dare the leadership of IPOP, he will not last 24 hours. And nobody does it. So we are just individual responding to what he's doing. And I wanted people to stop comparing. The only thing that we are caught in the middle, just because we pedal down to welcome this very guy, to see if to see whether this guy can be valuable to himself. But he has shown that he is agent. He has shown that he is that demon that is planted to work against IPOP, and that is why we are responding to him, and they cannot go anywhere from here. We have already tied him. We have already tied him in a circle, and that is where he's going to end up. As long as somebody like Mazi Ezejimadu is here, and the Mazi Part is here, and Mazude is here, this program is not in the name of IPOP. This program is an individual program. So everything we are saying here is an individual program. Nobody sent me. Nobody sent anybody. It's my
Mazi Solomon, can't you I let some people
Mazi, let this guy on the phone, let him clarify something to everybody.
Okay.
I think go ahead. Yeah, so go on, caller.
Yes, Mazi, thank you very much. Like I said, I was the person that called before, but my phone cut off. Can you hear me?
Yes, go on.
Okay, yes, I was the person that called before my phone cut off. So what happened was I happened to call in his program when he was about to finish, because I was just listening to the nonsense he was talking about. So I get so upset, I decided to go in when he started calling. So my question I threw to him was, I want to use the exact word of Mazi to hold him down. So I asked him, what you are doing today, is it in line with the structures and the instructions of Mazi Nnamdi, even when he was outside? He answered me no. Then I asked him, what you are doing, is it insubordination or is it not insubordination? So he really got upset with that insubordination, because he knows very well what Mazi despises very well is about insubordination. Somebody being insubordinate in whatever the struggle of IPOB and the insubordination of IPOB leadership, what it means. So I was asking him, what will you achieve in your actions, in what you are doing? And is it Mazi Nnamdi that instructed you in what you are doing today? So his answer was no. Then he wants to refer me as an illiterate. I say you dare not refer me as an illiterate, because you don't know me, you don't know my background.
Can I talk to the caller, please? Can I talk to the caller?
Let him finish. Let him finish.
No, Mazi, there is something I want to point out to the caller before he continues.
So I told him, you cannot refer me like that. So what his answer was, that what he's doing today is something that Mazi Nnamdi will benefit from. In other means that Biafrans will understand that Mazi cannot really do something effectively now that he is in enemy's hands. That Mazi now is like Mazi is incapacitated in order to lead the struggle. Let me put it that way. You understand the point now? So that he said he's the one organizing the Biafrans. That when Mazi Nnamdi comes out, that Mazi Nnamdi will understand the work he has done. Because DOS are whatever he called them. So, and the last thing I want to say, he played a voice note of Tina Samoru talking to somebody. Please, my people, you have to be mindful of people he send voice notes or people he talk to, because most of them do record him, but probably he don't know. So this is just what I want to say. Let him be careful, the people he talk to, because they will leak his information and other things. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I would have loved to talk to the caller, but I believe he's on the background. Let me educate the caller. Somebody who is insubordinate is somebody who is part of what you are doing, but decides to break the law or decide not to obey the orders. the person you are asking whether he's insubordinate is not part of what you are doing. So when he considers you as an illiterate, he's looking at you as an illiterate because you self do not understand that he's not part of what you are doing. Because if you understand that he's not part of what you are doing, you wouldn't raise the issue of insubordination where he is. So these are the things our people need to understand. That somebody who is insubordinate is somebody who is part of what is being done, what IPOB is doing. The people that are insubordinate are those expelled coordinators and some IPOB members who are part of what we are doing but have decided to disobey. I don't know if I'm communicating. So what I want our people to understand is that this guy in question have come to take out the excess luggage in IPOB. The excess luggages. So our people should not worry themselves at all. Because anybody who is in IPOB who choose to follow him is an excess luggage. So let him carry them along. Let him take them. But as for people who have contribution in IPOB, people who really have anything to, do to move the struggle forward are still intact. All the people who are claiming to be IPOB, who are jumping left, right, and center, the excess luggages are the ones that are moving with him. And it had always happened in this struggle. It's not the first time.
The actual point here is that those actually, our detractors are those that are claiming that they love Mazi. You know, like we said, this is a calculated attack. You know, they came too late. If 2015 DOS could not succeed when IPOB was underdog, is it now that we are phenomenal? We know it's a calculated attack, but it's unfortunate that he has got no ground to stand upon. Right? Like I said, all these people that you see ranting are IPOB sympathizers. They're not really IPOB members. Majority of them are those that join us through the COVID, or those that joined when Nnamdi was kidnapped, and those that has been expelled in IPOB. When you ask yourself, where are 2015 renegades? Where are those that loyal to Mr. Rezo, right? And the Mossad members, where are they? All these people are the same, but within the family, because it's, that's one I did that say when the breeze blow, they will see the cock gnash or whatever. Yeah. Exactly. So now this thing that happening, I said it today in my executive meeting. We're having a meeting today, which is Sunday, and the meeting today, I'm making it abundantly clear. This is the time to show me where you stand. Is either you're in or you're out. We're not carrying any further weight. And IPOB is a moving train. So the guy in Finland is actually wasted. The guy is a drowning idiot because he has got nothing to offer whatsoever. Those people that, you see, I want to say something here, right? Our people's brain are messed up. You see, let me tell you something. We all know that we believe in God. We are children of God. But when somebody believing that God is going to give you money without working, that's where white people look at us, they see us as morons, right? They carry up with this emotion and sentiment, because they like somebody. It's not about like. IPOB, what we practice is a quasi-military system. That is command and control. It's either you only say obey before complain. Just like as you rightly lecture our brother, that's why I said words. Insubordination cannot come up somebody I know member. It's not liable to him. It doesn't apply to him. So that's why I'm using the word illiterate or whatever. But he himself is a stark illiterate. Simon Ekpa is a daft. That's why he cannot engage in any proper debate. He's shouting like a mad dog. Come in. Ask him a sportive question. He can't answer. Because he has got no knowledge. He's bungling himself, but now you can see that he's in a very tight corner because he's defending himself. What do you go looking on the Facebook, who has said this? Have you ever had Onyendu responded to anybody? Because Onyendu have the media warrior to respond. That's why he's a cockroach. He has got nothing to offer. All these people that have been buying 5,000 naira data, you know, to come on air and buy the Chinese phone, some of them, they get weary. You know, they're tired. So those people going there, or some IPOB member, like he said, that excess luggage. Now we have to clean up, like he said, Mazi Patrick, I don't want to forget what the question he asked the European rep yesterday is about time they commence. There's no need for waste time. The time now is enough for us to know. Question is that, are you in or out? Yes or no? You need to decide. Maybe when you come back later now, you go back and kill. Because by then, other people will take your position. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, for me, I'm not really much bothering about him because the guy and those that are following him, I will put that all of them are blind at the same time. Because as it stands now, he has got nothing to tell people, has got nothing to offer. What he's telling now, anybody that they've been expecting IPOB, come, allow them to come in.
The excess luggage, let him carry them.
So you will ask yourself, where is Iruanya and Omiomio them? Now we're actually involved. I had all the whole coordinator of all coordinators all over the world.
Under their control.
They're under their control. They're nowhere to talk less of somebody that is in the somebody that don't even know anything in IPOB. Can you imagine? Is not somebody in dilemma? Nah?
Okay, Macha. Okay, Macha. Okay, Macha. No,
he thought that IPOB was just a featherweight. You understand what I'm saying? You know, they believe that they could have washed off everything. That we know Nnamdi too well. You know, some of them. Let me say this to you here. Yeah, in London here, I remember when Nnamdi came out 2018, and when we had Nnamdi addressed us in London, I happened to be the SS Chief Security in United Kingdom here. Even up to now, I'm still handling that post as well because any event I'm doing, getting involved with everybody. So this Charles Rabbi you're seeing today that are making noise, that idiot. That one is I don't even know where he come from. You understand? He's just from nowhere. The fugitive start backing like a mad dog because he had the word of emissary. Emissary is just simply an errand boy. An errand boy. Just like what Onyendu relieved our former coordinator here and the regional coordinator. He said he's going to give him a special portfolio. That's one of the things we talk about. Special portfolio is the MS3. But he didn't give me anyone. He wouldn't announce it. It's not official to IPOB. That is a personal thing. So if Onyendu is not here, whatever you do for Onyendu is automatically terminated. Onyendu is a structure which is a DOS. So
the administrative bodies. Huh?
Yeah, I want everybody there, and I said, don't go close to Onyendu if you're not pure. Somebody, microphone is playing back. So I want people. I said, do not go close to Onyendu if you're not pure. I tell myself from him, you know, just duty that I'm asked to do. I can guarantee you, every single one of them, including this Charles Rabbi you see today, that are jumping up and down, all of them on the wayside now. Because they're messing with the wrong person, you know.
I want to thank you, Mazi George. Thank you, Mazi Pat. Thank you, Solomon. I will play this just a short clip. Then we just say a word on it, and then I think we wrap it up. I want us to listen very carefully, because you see that guy who called before. He said that this idiot, this cockroach in Finland, he is trying to sell the narrative that our leader is incapable of taking decision by himself. So he is trying to represent our leader, that DOS are, sold out. So that's why he is attacking DOS. Now he went back to go and pick a video, during the time they renditioned our leader into Nigeria. That was, I think, in July, end of July or thereabout. Now, he went and cut the tape where Barrister Ifeanyi Ejimako was giving an interview to Channel, that I think his first contact with our leader, when our leader was telling him what happened to him in Kenya. Now, in that video, Ejimako, said one or two things about our leader. Okay, he's a historian. He expects him to have remembered something, but later on when he pressed on, then he gave the correct question, you know, that he's a bit traumatized because of even physical wounds from handcuffs and things like that. So what this idiot went was to go back and grab that video to tell Biafrans that place, he's telling them that is where the genesis of the problem started. The same person told Biafra that the genesis of the whole problem started in Finland. You see how he keep, you know, manipulating our people, one, you know, gullible people, because it's gullible people that he can do all those shenanigans, you know, to capture their brain. Now he went to play that video. I will play it so that we listen to it, and then I hope we can do justice to it and then expose some of those his manipulations. Please listen.
Arrange the agreement, betrayed him. Because they cannot agree with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu turn around and disagree. Now, the question you should ask yourself is that why are they making decision on behalf of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again? Is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu not normal again to decide by himself? Is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu not a man enough again to know what is good for him? Why are the people outside deciding for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without his consent? Why would the media warriors be coming online today to tell you that they went to him, he refused to compromise? Which means the people who decided for him compromised without his consent. I want you to watch Ejiako. So the interview went without the incident, and at some point it was brought to a close. I think maybe there's going to be another interview to be scheduled, but I have not been informed of that yet.
You will day that other interview, you will day with your clients now for those other interviews that will happen after today. You will day with your clients.
Yes, I go there with his right to counsel has attached. So any further interview, whether it's called interview or interrogation, any interaction on the matter as to what he did or what he didn't do or the allegations can never occur without presence of counsel. If he does, he will be tempted and he will be inadmissible in court.
Okay, so before we talk more about this, you try to say, aside from the interview the clients Nnamdi Kanu gets with the DSS officers, you also get private interaction with her. Yes. Before we go into details on that, and as much as you can share with us, if you describe to us when you see Nnamdi Kanu, how he puts it is in state of mind.
Well, now, this is where the whole problem, I would say, either part of where the whole problem started. This lady was asking our lawyer to describe the state of mind of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This was in July. I want you to listen to how he described the state of mind of our leader. Now watch.
The world of technology is ever changing. With over 350,000 threads every day,
how he puts it is in state of mind.
Well, his state of mind wasn't as sound as it should be. If you listen to his broadcast, you would know that he's a historian. But when I was talking,
that's how the video cut. What I want to bring out in this video is the manipulation of.
Remember when it came out 2018?
The manipulation of this cockroach in Finland, because what he's trying to sell to those gullible idiots that are listening to his garbage is that our leader, our leader's state of mind, is not sound. So that our leader is not sound enough to make decision. That whatever DOS is telling Biafrans, they are the ones who are deciding those things. You see, like we rightly said, we keep educating our people to understand, you know, the difference between this cockroach in Finland and we that are members of IPOB, understanding how things, information flow in IPOB. You know, till tomorrow, our leader's mind is still intact and sound, you know, because what he was trying to do is to sell this garbage to stupid people that DOS are taking wrong decision, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu take the right decision, that even the solicitors, every information that they said that they are collecting from our leader, that those informations were all false, you know, and fabricated. So he's using that, you know, as a catchphrase to be able to prey on gullible people's mind. So Mazi, I don't know how to pick this. Maybe George, you go on, and then from there you pass it around, you know, to comment on this. With it, I think we can round off. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I will just say one thing, but I will search for the video to answer his question, because our barrister was making a session because of the trauma, which is normal as a human being. He never said I have any mental issue. But the only answer to that is when our leader was round in court with one of the DSS guy. So that's enough, tells you that only the state of mind is intact. He doesn't. That's the only video that can answer that idiot, because, like you said, the gullibles. So it has got no foundation whatsoever, and as well, it's common sense. A lawyer will have to attract sympathy. You know, that's what he have to say. That's what he doesn't need to analyze it in any way. So, but nothing to do with his mental status or whatsoever. But to have only one video, because I told you, if Onyendu have not spoken, yeah, if you remember that in court when they take picture, they say Onyendu, this is not Onyendu. Sure, they have not given us a different Onyendu until that altercation he has with the DSS officer. That thing alone make them. They couldn't say again that Onyendu is not in the state of mind. So I will leave it there. And that community part, you can continue. Let me see if I can find that video on Facebook.
Thank you. You have given your own explanation, and yeah, quite great. But I want to break it down for our people, and I want anybody who is listening to cut this part. It's very, very important they cut this part, you know, and send to whoever that want to know, and also keep this record. Because NSAS, people were even asking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, do we throw stone or make we carry bottle? What on live program? So people didn't even know what to do at a time where their own initiative was needed. They needed to call into Radio Biafra for Mazi to now tell us, okay, but is there any fuel in a bottle? You know, that is to show you the level of the mindset, the stupidity of our people. Now, Allah Ejimako went to see our leader in detention to find out exactly what happened in Kenya. It's very, very important that they record, if you are following this program, record what I want to say here. If you have your cell phone, you can use your cell phone to record it and spread it all over the place, make it go viral. Allah Ejimako went to meet our leader to get an account of what happened in Kenya. Now, our leader needed time to come to terms with the event that happened in Kenya. He needed time to digest what exactly happened in Kenya. And you know, sometimes something might happen to you. As a result of shock, you would need time to be able to, you know, give those account details. Those account details might not come in one day. It might not come in 2 days. It might take you time to tell the story gradually. It happens to all of us when we fall into situations that, you know, that overwhelms us. Now, in this case, our leader needed time to be able to give detail of account of what happened to Kenya, what happened to him in Kenya, to be able to relate it to Aloy Ejimaka. That was what Aloy Ejimaka was trying to explain to the journalists. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were not able to recollect every event because he needed time. Despite the fact that he is very good in history, but the event that happened in Kenya is not something, the story he could tell in just imagine somebody that was chained down for 8 days. How can you tell all the story in one sitting of maybe 1 hour or 2 hours of sitting with a lawyer? I don't know if I'm communicating.
Yeah.
So this was what Aloy Ejimaka was telling the journalist. So this issue of what happened in Kenya has nothing to do with the decision of the running of IPOB. It has no connection. These are two different issues completely. The running of IPOB and the event that happened in Kenya do not have any connection. So our people need to understand, be able to separate issues from one another, because, you know, I know they blame the idiot. I don't blame this idiot. The people I blame are people who cannot reason. And this is the reason our leader have been shouting that what makes you a human being is your ability to reason. And that is why I said that IPOB should dash him all the SS luggages. How do you form one the autopilot? I'm on how far?
Thank you. Pat.
Thank you, Mazi.
I have our sister on the phone. Please, I've kept her waiting. Sister, please introduce yourself and talk to Biafrans.
Good evening, everyone. My names are Marian Casey Fader. I reside in Maryland, United States, and I'm a Biafran. Now, I have been listening to you guys for the past 2-3 hours. I've been following your thought processes in total agreement of everything you've been saying. But what provoked me now to call out this contribution is this last topic, or this last foolishness that Simon has jumbled up. Now, I'm in total agreement with what the answer the last person that spoke gave, the explanation and the thought process. But honestly, I will just use Simon's own words, Simon's own thought process, Simon's own accusation to answer that particular video and the argument he was trying to levy that Mazi is incapacitated. He's not in a position to make sound decisions. My question to Simon, idiot, that's how I address it wherever I speak, because it's a compound idiot. He doesn't even have the ability to make a complete correct sentence without grammatical errors. This idiot that is challenging DOS and challenging the capability of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. His thought process is completely decayed. But this is my argument. The same Nnamdi now is trying to tell people he's incapable of making a sound decision. Is it the same Nnamdi that made the decision for him to broadcast on Radio Biafra? Because that is where he began to unravel. So he wants his so-called puppies that are following him to believe that Nnamdi is incapable of making any sound decisions, but the same Nnamdi, in the same breath, was the one that made that decision for him to broadcast in Radio Biafra, but then DOS denied him the access to it. Are we speaking of the same individual? That's my question to him. And until he's able to answer that question, he should go and shove every word he has spoken against DOS and the body of IPOB, especially Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you should go and show them into his mouth and go and hold a life transformer. That's my case at one of it. This guy is a complete idiot, and nobody should be reacting to his foolishness and shenanigans. Like I said earlier on Workless, anyone that wants to follow this idiot has every freedom to follow him at their own detriment. There should be no regret about it. That means the people are not even supposed to be in IPOB in the first place. They're not supposed to be there. You don't need them. They are rotten eggs. They are rotten apple. All you need is one bad apple. You spoil the whole basket. Thank God that they are now exposing themselves. Read them as fast as you can. That's all I want to say. God bless you all. Continue to good work. People like me will continue to watch and appreciate every of your hard work you're doing. It's not easy. Kudos to you all.
Thank you, sister. God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah, well.
So
can I say something?
Yes, go on, Mazi.
Yeah, because it's going round. Okay. Thank you, Mazi George, and thank you also, Mazi Patrick, for your contribution on this. You know, when small boys talk, you know, when people talk, you know their age. Now, I want to start by saying our sister has already nailed it. But I want to say it based on my side of profession, that the lawyer is not in any way qualified to define the state of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's mind. He's not a medical doctor. He's not a scientist. He is not a therapist. So he is not qualified in any way to define the state of mind of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That what his conversation with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu might be part of the intelligence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he has never come across in his life. This is just the way he should have put it. Because whatever he's saying is by his own assumption. It's just like when the video of Mazi and his wife during the honeymoon surfaced. So many people did not know that a person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can be as romantic as he was in that very video. And this is the part of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that so many people don't know until an event now unfold. Then you will understand this part of him that you might not know. Now, regarding the state of mind of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is not in the position of the lawyer to tell us. No. It's just like in the position of his health. Lawyer can dictate he has a physical wound. But the comprehensive report of his health must come from a professional. Must come from a professional who will give the detailed information about him. So what the lawyer did is that he did his guesswork, because he know that he's also operating in a corridor that is not his profession. So he make reference with the way he listened to his broadcast. That means that there is a missing link. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in a different environment from where he normally broadcasts from. How do you expect him to behave the same way in where he used to sit and broadcast? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was brought into a new environment. So, and he also need his time and intelligence to study the environment which he is in, to know what he has to say, how to say it, and when to say it. So the gaze of the lawyer in the whole thing that is responding to the person that is interviewing him, his gaze can never be given any credibility for anybody to base argument on it. First is that it is not in his position to be able to give a comprehensive report as of the state of the mind of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's not in his position. He's not a medical doctor. He's only doing a guesswork on that. Apart from that, coming direct to what Simon Ekpa is trying to claim as to be his argument, to where the people he's deceiving should base their argument that the lawyer said he wasn't performing like who he used to hear from the broadcast. Now, we want to ask Simon Ekpa, because our sister has mentioned one, that he gave directive from the same spot that he should broadcast, and he believed it. Now, the same person who is Simon Ekpa come to tell his gullible ones that Mazi tell him that he will be broadcasting, he will be giving him a topic to be broadcasting every Monday. And he believes it. Is it the same man that is making them to believe that he's not in a sound mind, that should be giving him a topic to discuss? And now, finally, I want to point out, based on his own argument on that, as he's deceiving his gullible one who are listening to him. Now, Simon Ekpa, on his own, have never made any effort by himself, claiming to be a lawyer, claiming to be whatever, a politician or whatever. He has not made his personal effort to be included amongst the people who will have the privilege to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS dungeon. Why is he still speaking? Since the opportunity was open for him, why is he running away? I stand on this program again to also make a promise that the ticket money that it will required for Simon Ekpa to travel to Nigeria to align himself to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS dungeon, I will pay for the ticket to and fro. And the 5-star hotel that he will like to lodge, I will also contribute to pay for that 5-star hotel. With the number of people that he will like to travel with, for him to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they come to give us his own judgment about the state of his mind. I throw this challenge open to him based on his comment about the state of mind of our leader. So if he's ready, anytime he's ready, people should cut this video also. I also believe that someone has also made such a promise. I am contributing to it. Whatever it will take, we want him to go and see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS dungeon.
But Mazi, going to DSS dungeon will be too expensive. Mazi will be in court on the 18, 19, and 20. By the way, he promised that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not released on or before 15th of December, that he will be in Nigeria. But up till now, he's still sitting in.
Maybe something happened. He didn't get the money to be in Nigeria.
So, please,
something might happen. He will not get the money. So I am included that if he comes out that he wants to go on 18th, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is having court, or 19th or 20th, that I will pay his flight money and the hotel that he will lodge.
And somebody even made the same promise today to
we must disgrace this animal.
Money.
Even here,
Mazi, it is time to disgrace this animal.
Even someone made the same promise here.
I'm contributing to that promise. I'm contributing to that very promise. It is time to shame the devil.
Mazi,
to be honest with you, George. Mazi, please, Mazi George, there is our brother on the phone, I think, from US. Let him make his contribution or question, then you take it from there. Simon Ekperima, mind you, I threw a challenge to you. I swore I have brought the offer of my forefathers, brought Amadioha, brought the spirit of Kamalos, the God of thunder and lightning, that is the surname of our leader, and swore that if I know anything, my family or friends around me, if they were involved in the abduction of our leader from Kenya to Nigeria, then let all these spirits wipe me and my generation away. I throw the challenge to you, Simon Ekberima in Finland. Do the same thing. Come and swear before Biafrans that if you are away involved in the abduction and rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya into Nigeria, let those spirits wipe away you and your entire generation and those that we are involved with you. So that's also my own challenge. So Mazi on the phone, please go on.
Yes, Mazi, good evening from here.
Thank you.
Yes, our name is Judo Kafo. Judo Kafo is calling from New York City.
Judo Kafo.
Good evening, my brothers over there. I appreciate you people for the wonderful work we are doing. Knowing where that Samuel Perima cannot even leave Finland, talk less of entering plane to go to Nigeria, to go to the sea. Is it possible? Me, I will contribute to make sure we hire a private jet that will take him from Finland to Abuja, so that the express don't have to waste time. The plane will just take it from his house and land in TSS London. As soon as he finishes with Martin and the Kanu, the plane will take him right from there back to Finland. You know it's not possible. But I'm asking the autopiloter why they don't remind the Ekperima and say, but you say if Martin and the Kanu is not released before December 15, you will go to Nigeria. Why is the autopiloter the follower? Why you go to Nigeria like a follower? You know, Samuel Ekpa is a nobody. He's a nobody. He's just making noise. Now, what he's trying to do is to say that that whatever information that is coming out from DSS is fabricated by our lawyer. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to tell them that whatever Jemofo is saying, he's saying it on his own. But one thing, Ekperima, forget to know that as a lawyer, not everything your client tells you will say it on air for everybody to hear. You as a lawyer, you have a privacy between you and your client. So for him to say what he's saying is incapacitated, that is where he's going. Very soon, the next one, he will say that our leader is incapacitated, he cannot talk. That our lawyer is the one talking for him. He said this before, that our leader is not the one talking, that DOS is the one talking for our leader. He has made a lot of allegations against DOS and our lawyers. They are compromised. They are this. You know, Simon is a criminal. Everybody know that. He's not a lawyer. If he's a lawyer, he would know that a lawyer is supposed to protect the interests of his client. So Simon is not a lawyer. He's a nobody. He's a liar. But I am so much happy for what you guys are doing. As we continue to counter DOS, we'll continue to counter it too, and see who will run. Mazi, my brothers, continue your good work. Bituku Abiyama continue to bless you guys, because at the end, Simon will fly, not only run, he will fly away.
Mazi Judo come for them.
Thank you, Mazi.
He said,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mazi, to be quite frankly, you see that guy, I don't have strength. Everybody have true challenge. He won't do anything. The guy is an empty vessel. Just like our leader, that's our sister I call from US says, yeah? She can't make a full sentence without making a grammatical error, because he doesn't even know what he's saying. So the only thing that our leader had his senses to order, it was to order for him to have a slot in Radio Biafra to broadcast. On that day, Onyendu brain and senses is intact, and the lawyer actually delivered the right message. Tells you that the guy is a sycophant. He has got nothing to offer to anybody. And that's why I don't have the strength. His name alone, I can't even mention it, because, you know, it boils my stomach. When anything that comes to him, yeah, he brings my, I don't know how to say it. And my challenge to him, I'm not contributing my money because he has money. Because if he doesn't have money, why would he be paying bribe to Professor Lumumba's PA to him to appear in his program? He has a lot of money. 100 million Naira that they shared, he has his own. And that's why I see him, it doesn't work. Every day you see him gallivanting on social media, but now he has curtailed his excesses. So what I'm saying in essence is that my only challenge I'm giving him is that if you want debate all his life, because he have not engaged anybody in debate, like he said, when people go in this program, you intimidate them, you know, because you know someone like Achebe is one of their in their pocket. These are people that they have paid, so you can easily shut them off or cut them off. We don't cut people off, so let him come out for debate. If you really have something, I want him to tell Biafrans which way forward. My challenge to Simon is that, Simon, tell your gullible ones which way forward to restore Biafra. Hypothetically, now you're projecting that Onyendu mental status is not right. Then now, can you navigate on your own and show those that are following you way to us to go and get Biafra? Because not to sit down and talk about what we are doing. Leave IPOB alone. And that's it. That's all I have to say about this guy.
Mazi, let him carry the SS luggages and go. We don't. We dash him. We dash him. All those coordinators. Ya follow Hajebe form or something. Keje wete Biafra.
Yeah.
You know. Ya follow her. All those SS. You know the beautiful part of it is that when your teacher finishes teaching you, they will give you test. After the test, they give you exam. So what we are facing today in IPOB is exam, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have taken time to tutor people over the years.
Yeah.
And this is exam time. So why are we afraid that people are going to fail? Is there any class that you don't have failures?
Of course.
So all the people you see that are following him, running on, are the failures in IPOB. And I'm so grateful and happy that they have joined. That is why I told the European rep to step up and cut these people, all these failures. We don't need, we should be grateful to himself that this other Elohim from Bangwa, they came as an exam in IPOB. And we should be grateful to them. Because we would have been carrying all these SL luggages, thinking that they have anything to contribute or they are of great significance or relevance. So it is important we understand the point we are. We are in a point of selection. People who pass the exam will move to the next class. Mazi, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyway, people, I think Mazi, are we going to give our submission because it's past 1 here?
Yes, please.
You know.
That's everybody 2 minutes so that we can wrap it up.
Okay, Mazi, Solomon, go on. Just submission.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's my turn. Anyway, the main job has already been done. And for getting to 10 to 11 years, people has been working for IPOP. And those who fall by the wayside, who has made contribution, also, mercy was not shown to them. People who really make contribution in IPOP, when they decided to go the wrong way, mercy was not shown to them. How can we talk more of people who has not worked for IPOP and who has contributed nothing? So they are already a finished product. We are talking about them now because we are moving forward. We want them to see our backlight. We want them to see our backlight. And very soon they will not be viewing our brake light again. But we want them to understand by the reason of what we are doing and that we have left them somewhere. That it is them and for their interest that we try to cash up later, if there will be second chance. But I want to know and also explain to all the people who has been idled in IPOP. This is time for you to wake up and engage. Engage in meaningful activities in IPOP. Don't just come in there because you see people coming, you thought that is a winning party, you want to join a winning party. Why can't you come in and get engaged and be tutored and be lectured to have leadership in this very forum than sitting idle as a coordinator? You are not embracing anything new. You are not developing yourself. You are like an ordinary individual who will just take their cell phone. They look for who is talking on the Facebook. You are not developing yourself, and you will be overtaken by events. So please, we need to wake up and be up and doing, so that when the test of time comes, we will be able to stand. Thank you. This is my submission in this very program. And I want to tell you that whatever the person in Finland is claiming about the state of mind of our leader is totally error. Is totally error. Mazi, by the information that has come across this very family several times, is fully in state of his mind. And anything that is happening to him that you did not hear the update from the legal team or from the IPOP, radio station, Biafran radio station, ignore it. It's not a right information. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you for allowing me into your program. I find your trouble come.
I love it. You will be coming. You will be coming. So, Mazi.
Thank you, Mazi George. I will see you once again.
Never, Mazi. I think, Mazi, thank you, my brother. I mean, it's a wonderful. That's why we gave you a chance to actually air it out. Mazi Patrick is coming in. Mazi Patrick, give your submission.
Yeah, thank you, Mazi. Mazi, we hope to hold program later in the day because it's already Sunday morning. We'll be looking at the reaction of the Arewa as regard to the boycott, also the national anthem. So I'm making it official. I want viewers to join us later in the day to discuss those things. Yes, so my submission is more like I told you, all checkmating kindness. We are already moving forward. One thing I want our people to understand is that what you see happening today, the job that the idiot in Finland is doing is the exact purpose that he was sent. Whatever you see him doing this moment is the purpose he came into, broadcasting, because I wouldn't say he came into IPOB because he was never in IPOB. He came into joining the broadcast because of what you see him doing today. The major purpose is what he's fulfilling. So our people should not see it as a surprise. All the while, all the thing he was doing, going around in circle, was to find a way to, come in by creating attention, drawing your attention and all that. But what you see him do today is the exact purpose he came. So our people should not worry themselves. People should just remain focused. He's already a failure because he missed it from the beginning. He missed it. And that is why we have to keep upholding this our oath in IPOB. Because if the oath was not existing, maybe he would have been a zonal coordinator or he would have been in DOS by now. But because of the fear of oath, that is why he stayed on the on the fence, trying to see how he can, So it is very, very important we hold on to this our oath. This oath, but don't worry, it's leading us, it's helping us. I will continue to strengthen that oath because that is one of the things that is holding us. That is one of the things that have exposed that today. Because if oath was not in existence, he would have had a free ride into IPOB. So we must hold our oath very strong and continue to uphold every value that have kept us at the top of echelon of freedom fighting globally. We must hold on to every principle, including the command and control, which they ridicule. These are the things that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hold so dear, and they are using it to ridicule us. That is to tell you where they belong. That everything that our leader holds so dear is what they use against us. And they sit on around you to say they are doing the work that he sent them. Put the dots together and you get the answer. I want to say thank you very much, guys. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Until we see you in the shortest possible time, have a wonderful Sunday and God bless you.
God bless you, Mazi. Thank you so much. Thank you. Mazi.
Thank you, Mazi. My submission will be to encourage every Biafran, and I just want to let us know that as an IPOB member under oath, you mustn't drag yourself to the mud. There's a difference between you and our sympathizers. So, because I don't want to repeat what my comrades have said, so we must set our eyes onto the ball, on the fundamental principle of IPOB, understand that we have a structure. There is no if but. If we have internal issue, we solve it, but we must not propagate lies against our fellow principal officers. If you have issue, follow the chain command, and at the end of the day, the problem is sorted. There's one joke I want to read out here for Biafrans. If Simon Ekpedima was a pilot, by now you will hear, attention, attention. This is Captain Simon Ekpedima on board. We are currently expressing some technical issues. All passengers must be on life jackets. I repeat, this flight is on autopilot. This flight is on autopilot. All autopiloters must be on safety as the flight is likely to crash. Meanwhile, our technical crew are putting on their best to curtail the situation. Thank you, fellow Biafrans. Remember, autopilot means anarchy and chaos. It has different definition, and as an IPOB member, we will never advocate, and such thing will never happen. That means they want to drag us back. We have a king now, and we have a structure, we have a direction. Thank you, Mazi, and thank you, my fellow comrades. Mechuku Kabiama, guide and protect all of us, including our leader. Let him continue to strengthen him, because he is the man that has propelled the struggle. And at the end of the day, one thing is certain, that Biafra shall be restored at the end of all this turbulence. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My fellow Biafrans, I think we have come to the end of the program. We thank all of you for having spent 3 hours, 24 minutes or 3.5 hours. What we are saying is that we were attacked, and that attack, we've been fighting on all fronts to make sure that the enemy is defeated. We know the enemy, all of them have been defeated. Nigerian government have been defeated. The moles they implanted into IPOB, they have been defeated. We are here to educate our people and also to answer every question that any of you think you are being confused of one thing or the other, and to set the record straight and to expose all the lies, the manipulations, the sabotage, all their subtle ways of trying to deceive gullible Biafrans into believing whatever they think they are trying to, spew out there. We thank all of you for having spent time with us today. We shall be coming on, time in and time out without any equivocation. I thank all of you for listening today. A lot has been going on. Some of us have been so involved in so many other things, here and there, and we still make our time to come to educate our people. We thank all of you for having listening today. We say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama bless all of you. Bless our leader. Protect him. We know that our leader is coming out, and he is coming out in full force. All those enemies, we have set them at bay. We have raised up the offer of our forefathers, We have put a curse on all of them. Those who were involved in the abduction, kidnap, torture, and rendition of our leader from Kenya into Nigeria. We thank all of you for listening. And from here in our London studio, I am signing out. And we say, may Chukwu Kiabiama bless everybody. Thank you, and God bless.